Learn about adopting a teen from foster care at adoptuskids.org. Brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
Breaking news, weather, entertainment, and sports. We have it all here. This is 101.7 FM, 1510 AM WGKB Waukesha and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station. The place for the realest conversations.
I appreciate United Garden Homes for stopping through with a check for $2,000.
Yes.
Some people came through anonymously.
Yes.
Dropped off money. The family has received those funds. And whatever you can do, if everybody do a little, nobody has to do a lot.
The movement continues.
What are some of the conditions in the jail that got people upset, like the living conditions on a day-to-day basis?
We'll come out of our cell at 11 o'clock in the morning. We'll get food and we'll get medication. So that shortens the time. Out of those 2 hours, we'll probably get an hour out, and then we'll have to lock right now. And by lock right now, I mean we staying in our cell. We get fed in our cell. We don't come out of our cell at all, and that's pretty much the biggest problem. And they simply say that they're short-staffed, but that's not enough because they knew that they were going to be short-staffed. Like, this has been a problem for over 2 years now.
The marathon continues.
There's never been a better time to make change in the city of Milwaukee, starting with the youth. And we talked about the housing. Willie Hines, y'all boy Willie Hines, and they trying to change the leadership over there. We got our hands full, and it's not the time. But we got attorney B. Ivy Lamar on the lines right now, calling from the courthouse. How you doing, attorney B. Ivy Lamar?
Hey, what's going on, Tory? I'm good, man. Happy to be here.
Joining me on the line, Dr. Umar Johnson. How you doing, brother, Dr. Umar Johnson?
Peace and Pan-Africanism, good brother, Black Power, to all my brothers and sisters in Milwaukee, Kenosha, Green Bay, Racine, and across the state of Wisconsin.
Yo, peace, King. I'm going to stand with you and walk with you, brother.
God bless you.
Because I think it's an important thing, what you're doing, and you need to have the support of the community. Regardless if we live in these areas or not, it all affects us in one way or shape or form.
It's time for that action and all the smoke. This is the Wisconsin Broadcasters Association award-winning Tory Lowe Show on 101.7 The Truth app, and streaming live on YouTube.
Man, best show in the world, bro. You got the best show in the world. Hope you know that, man.
God bless you, brother. I appreciate that.
Big up to you both. Thank you so much. Tory, you spoke to my kids. Liz, you did too. But you spoke to my kids, and when I tell you both that they was talking about what we did earlier that morning all day, that's literally what they was doing. They was talking about it all day. My son was just hollering,
Awesome.
Where's Tory? Like,
I wanted to make sure that I let you know that to hear a person and have a person like you in this community, the way that you are selfless, the way that you give, even when your cup is not even full, you are filling other people's cup. And that just inspires me to make sure that I help you the best way that I can by doing my part.
As always, my good brother, stay cool, stay calm, stay focused.
Now, live from the Avenue in the heart of downtown Milwaukee, here is the king of talk radio, Tory Lowe.
Justice Wisconsin, the truth, the most requested advocate in the state. 101.7 FM, the movement continues. Yeah. Milwaukee, stand up. It's Tory Lowe, the truth. From 1 to 4, we about that action, so tap in and let's go. We want that justice, we want all the smoke. From Monday through Friday, trying to bring the city hope. Yeah. Tory Lowe from 1 to 4, Monday through Friday, let's go. We bout that action from the block, and we ready, let's go. Tap in, and it ain't no holding back. We ready. 101.7 The Truth. Tory Lowe. Tory Lowe Show live from American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue. And I'm here for the action.
And nothing but that action.
And I want all the smoke.
Who wants the smoke today?
Salute to all my brothers and sisters on the front lines. The marathon continues.
The movement continues.
How y'all doing out there in Radio Land? How y'all doing in the chat? Who we got in the chat? We got Kawanda. We got Mr. Hayes in the chat.
Josh, Jeff, Sir Chance in the chat, Cyber King Mike. Not really a city girl. I see you, girl. You go, girl. Hey, Willie. How you doing, Willie? Willie in the chat. Josh in the chat. Sincere Ray, Ronnie Ray Real is in the chat. Hey, look, we got another powerful show for you today. So I'm going to need y'all to open up your ears, okay? All right, look. Today was pretty cool because I was out. I had to unload a pallet of Dove products that came in from Madison. Salute to Michael Johnston of the Boys and Girls Club in Madison, Wisconsin. He shipped out some Dove products, and I recently spoke on bullying at Hope Fortis, and I got them some Dove products. So salute to Michael Johnson of the Boys and Girls Club, CEO of the Boys and Girls Club in Madison for that shipment. And Steve-O was the one that got the truck, and we brought it over to the school. It was pretty good to see that things are moving on the front lines, brothers out here trying to make a difference. That's powerful. I love the fact that we're making moves in 2026. It's early. It's early, but it's good news. Some good news is out here. Corey Stingley. I'm gonna focus on that at 2:00. But the thing is, when as an early advocate in my advocacy, I was down there in West Allis after the situation that happened with Corey Stingley, and that's when I met Craig Stingley. And many times when I start these journeys, I didn't think it was going to be like 13 years later where something took place where the men that was involved in that situation, they thought they got away scot-free, or they thought that they were not going to be able to face any charges from that situation, because at the time, D.A. John Chisholm did not press charges. So that was a huge thing that took place earlier on in my journey, as I became an advocate, as people started calling me to deal with certain situations, and I'm by request. So a lot of people think I know what's going on, and if you didn't call me, I don't. I got my hands full. Like, my phone is full of people asking me about, can I help them in the system? So I don't have time to sit around social media and see what's going on. If you don't tag me in it, if you ain't called me in it, I don't know about it. You know what I mean? I'm just dealing with what's in front of me. So I don't got time to, you got to get in line. I mean, today's issues, I'm still dealing with different things from, far as probably 2, 3, 4 weeks ago. And I'm trying to get to everything. So when things happen abruptly, now if it's violence, if it's homicide, if it's missing, then I'll take a pause, on something that may not have to do with death. But if it's something dramatic like death or something like that, then I try to give that immediate attention. But if it's just stuff that's happening, I probably, if nobody didn't call me about it, I probably don't know. You know what I mean? And that's the truth. I try to tell you, I don't have a lack in my efforts. I was unloading pallets today for a school of children and with Dove products, trying to make sure that we do our part. And that's going to be what we all need to do going into 2026. This is the best time. Like, all that drama, all that, people trying to pick fights and all that, plotting against people, that's trash. That's trash. Let's plot to help people. Like, people trying to, all that praying for people downfall and all that. Look at you. Like, after you do that, tell me how your life turned out. They say if you try to dig a grave for somebody else, dig 2 graves. So when you have a negative vibration and you're trying to create negativity for other people, you also create negative energy for yourself, because you got to create it for yourself first to wish it on somebody else. It's got to be inside you first, and then you try to perpetuate it on somebody else. So that means you might as well dig 2 graves, because you didn't dug your own grave, because you didn't conjure up the energy to do something negative. Understand what I'm saying? That's trash. It's over. All of that, All that negative behavior, if we ain't learned by now, say the drama for your mama. And don't even bring the drama to your mama, you know. Don't even stress your mama out like that. Let's take a break. Let's start the new year off right. Let's start the new year off spreading love. This is the time. Stop worried about who don't like you. You know what I mean? They didn't like you last year. What you gonna do? Start the whole year off bringing that kind of mess into the whole year? Nah. We trying to be powerful. We trying to get some powerful things going this year. We got great things happening this year, and it starts with us. It starts with conjuring up that powerful spirit inside you and giving it to the community. This is what we own in 2026. Matter of fact, don't come to me with nothing crazy this year. Like, you know, I'm talking about like rumors, people gossiping, and that nothingness. Don't come to me with that. I could talk about that on the Pop Culture Report. That's why I got the Pop Culture Report. So for that, you know, that's why I got. Other than that, you know, when I leave here, people start talking behind people's backs and stuff like that. I leave. I don't want to hear it. Stop talking about on your friends' backs. And you know what? You ain't even got to say nothing to my face because I don't even want to hear it. Look, let me say something. If I haven't offended you personally or if I haven't did anything to you personally, I don't care what you're talking about. I could care less. And we all should care less. You know what? The devil's job, the enemy's job is to get you distracted. And if he can get you distracted for that quick moment, the distraction, the devil won. Like, I don't even want to be distracted this year. That's all I'm saying. I ain't even got room for it in my life. Somebody said something to me that made sense a long time ago, and I say it right now. I don't know nobody that's working 80 hours that got time for some mess. Like, you got to be, what they say, an idle mind is the devil's playhouse. You got to have nothing to do. I don't know nobody that's consistently working that got time for BS. I don't. They be tired. They just want to eat. Once they get finished working, they just want to eat, be with their loved ones, and go to sleep. That's pretty much because they trying to get to work. Anybody that's got time for distractions, mess, you can't be working. I don't believe it. I don't believe you working. If you got time to talk about somebody else and deal with all this mess, you cannot be working. Not in my mind. It's no way you working. Because I ain't even got time for it. Well, look, when we come back, we going to get into the show, Truth Nation. Stay locked in.
And that's Tory Lowe, bringing you all the action and all the smoke. Coming with straight truth.
We can do anything when it comes to being organized, when it comes to making sure that we're active, when it comes to making sure that we're holding people accountable and making sure that we get something out of the deal. Y'all don't know how to make deals. Y'all mad at Donald J. Trump because he's trying to make deals or trying to say that he's the master of the art of the deal. Well, okay, what deals is you trying to make?
Catch the Tory Lowe Show every weekday from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m.
There's nothing like Milwaukee Bucks basketball at Fiserv Forum. The dunks, the defense, the roar of 17,000 fans. It's even better when you're with friends or family. From jaw-dropping plays to buzzer-beating threes, every game is packed with unforgettable moments that you'll get to share together. So gather your crew and get your single game tickets today at bucks.com/single. That's bucks.com/single.
The MPS City Conference basketball season is starting to heat up, and we are bringing you all the live hoops action right here on 101.7 The Truth. This Friday night, we have a City Conference matchup as the Milwaukee School of Languages Hawks travel to take on the Audubon Tech Cardinals. Tip-off is set for 7 p.m. on the award-winning 101.7 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. City Conference basketball is sponsored by Milwaukee Public Schools, MPS Proud, and presented by Gruber Law Offices.
Dad's gonna be far side, good.
What should I do with my dress?
Do the wiggles.
The slate's coming in.
What does it feel like when you're down or having a bad day?
It feels sad, like you just don't want to do anything.
All my little emotions in my head is just running crazy. I don't know what to do.
As a teacher or coach, do you ever feel overwhelmed supporting kids' mental health?
I had never experienced players being so down that they can't even participate.
He's just in tears in the huddle. I didn't know what to do.
Teachers need tons of help.
Kids Mental Health Foundation offers educational materials to help guide conversations with our students.
It's so important that we are constantly educating ourselves.
It's the same as the CPR class to me. We're trying to save a life here.
The Kids Mental Health Foundation has free tools and information developed by experts because kids' mental health starts with all of us. Scan the QR code or check out kidsmentalhealthfoundation.org to get started.
After a serious accident, you'll need a winning team to protect your rights. Trust Wisconsin's own Gruber Law Offices, proud partner of your Milwaukee Bucks. If you've been injured, call Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Prizes, exclusive experiences, even cash money. You want it? We've got it. Find a list of all contests and official rules by visiting truthcontests.com. That's truthcontests.com.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Going against the evil system. Helping black women and children. Making the world a better place. My name is Tory Lowe. The living legend. Making the world a better place. You got me itching. My name is Tory Lowe.
1017 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. Well, it's getting colder. It's getting cold. And yesterday I was able to walk around the city. It was nice out. Probably in some hot areas they probably say it's not that nice, but we from Wisconsin, and yesterday was a nice day. But today was disrespectful. The cold was disrespectful. And I was out in the community unloading boxes outside the school. Andrew trying to get the pictures up. But I saw that. You got the pictures up? Okay, before we get into this next story about how the winter heating bills are on the rise, I want to show y'all the pictures of me outside the Hope School today. Me and Steve-O, we had the Dove products for the kids, body wash, deodorant, hand soap, and it was freezing. I'm talking about I didn't have no gloves on. I didn't think it was going to be that cold today. I'm thinking I'm finna run over here, get this pallet of products out to the kids. If you're watching as you broadcast live, we got pictures. Hit the like and subscribe as well. But what I'm saying is, it is so cold that I had to come in here today with my hat on. And y'all know I don't usually wear a hat. I usually don't wear a hat. Unless it's cold. So if I got a hat on in the studio, that means my ears was freezing. Disrespectful. Bundle up. Make sure that y'all got your gloves on today because it is extremely cold outside. But I saw this story. When the heating bills rise, We Energy explains and how you can save. I guess We Energy trying to say, hey, look, we trying to find ways to make you save during these cold winter seasons where you got the heat cranked up. If you're watching this, we broadcast live. Let's see what they're talking about.
The neighborly winter question. What is your thermostat? What do you guys leave your thermostat on?
I believe we leave it at
71 or 72.
That can vary
73.
around 63
Around 70.
by a lot.
I actually keep mine at 55.
No matter what you set your thermostat to, some customers are reporting a big jump on last month's bill.
Our landlord deals with it, but we have seen an increase in the energy bill.
Every now and again I get an email and I might glance, but I don't even remember really what it is. If it would be ludicrous, I'd probably investigate.
Last month, We Energies forecasted bills would be about $15 higher per month compared to last winter because of natural gas costs, colder weather, and investments in reliability.
We didn't say it would be only $15. What we were saying is based on the winter forecast, right, which we don't control, but the weather, and then based on the price of natural gas, which is a global commodity, but we do what we can to keep it as low as possible.
Here are a few things We Energy says you can do to reduce your bill, starting with heading to the website.
You can check your gas usage or sign up for budget billing that lets you pay a smaller, consistent fee. Sign up for a heat assisting program. And Conway also suggested checking your furnace filter, using space heaters less, and putting up window insulation.
It's going to be cold, according to, Mark Baden here in a few days.
Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, highs in the teens. Yeah, it's going to be cold.
If you can take advantage and do some things now, it should impact your bill when it comes out a month later.
All right. They trying to put out some budget ideas out there for you because sometimes people, when we was coming up, we used to get the heaters out, to add that little extra. And I've seen people that are going without heat in some of these apartment units, and they trying to use the stove, which is dangerous, to heat the house. And it's bad when you gotta, use the stove to heat the house. Because when I was coming up at Grandma's house, I used to wonder why she had the stove open. I was a kid, I didn't know. I used to wonder why Grandma was like, why you got the stove open? It ain't nothing in here. She's like, boy, go and sit down. Go and sit your little butt down. But now as I got older, I see what was really going on. I was, a kid back then, but now I understand when that stove is open and ain't nothing cooking, that means it's cold in the house and something going on with the heat situation. We used to go up to the SDC and talk about it. It used to be a nonprofit called the SDC that people used to go to that nobody don't talk about no more, that was on the north side, one of the biggest nonprofits with a lot of programs, and now it's shut down. And I done talked to over 30-something black people in the last week, and ain't nobody said nothing about the SDC. It's like, okay, they shut down. Nobody ain't, all right, I guess. Hey. But now, we living in times where you got to be careful, because when you living in old housing, when you living in old wiring, a lot of these fires are starting due to wiring. Yeah, the SDC closed down in 2024. But what I'm saying is that was one of the biggest nonprofits that had all the programs on the north side of Milwaukee. I don't hear nobody talking about SDC shutdown and all of the programs that went everywhere else. Hey, I guess they figure I call Tory Lowe. He gonna find out. That's crazy. That's crazy. At least give me a budget. No, I don't even get the budget. They ran away with they done misused the funding, and I'm out here using the money out of my pocket, doing work. That's crazy. But let me get to the story. Wisconsin apartment fire displaces residents, and an elderly woman was hospitalized. Y'all got to be careful right now, because there's a lot of house fires going on, a lot of apartment fires going on, and around this time, people, trying to stay warm. We got a live video, some audio on this, what's going on with this apartment building, with this apartment fire. Once again, my prayers go out to the elderly woman that was hospitalized from this. Hopefully she can get a speedy recovery. Let's listen.
Steve, you're looking at the busted windows where firefighters rescued several residents from the second and third floors of this apartment complex. The cause of the fire is still being investigated, and the fire chief says one elderly woman is in the hospital. After suffering from smoke inhalation, she had to be resuscitated on scene. I spoke with several residents who had to evacuate, who are now frustrated and wondering if sprinklers could have made a difference.
It is kind of a little frustrated, but it's just like, yeah, it could have been sprinklers here. So maybe it's time for them to get together and put sprinklers in here before it won't happen again. Because we did have an incident happen about like a year ago due to electric problems.
The fire chief says this is the issue. Since 1973, sprinklers are required in all apartments that house 4 or more families. This one appeared to slip through the cracks. As city records show, it was built in 1979. But a deeper dive into city records show other concerns. Department of Neighborhood Services record shows building owners did not pass an inspection in November of 2025. Inspectors flagged missing fire extinguishers and smoke alarms with low batteries that were chirping. The building was re-inspected at the end of December, and it failed again.
I have no idea how we upend an entire system who gains profit from people but doesn't provide them a safe living environment. I don't know how you fix that. We have to keep pushing for legislation to give some teeth to this entire process.
Well, it sounds like to me
this apartment is very large. It has.
It sound like due to the mishaps, they may need to get a lawyer. Get a lawyer involved, especially the elderly woman that was hospitalized. They may need to, see if they can look into finding an attorney, because the police chief just gave them an alley-oop. Yeah, he said, hey, I don't see how you taking money from people and you're able to do all of this, X, Y, and Z, and be this neglectful. That's the alley-oop. Hey, look, when we come back, we'll have the Pop Culture Report. We got Nazir Spencer coming through. Truth Nation. Stay locked in.
Don't touch that dial. The Tory Lowe Show will be right back on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Every child deserves a school that sees their brilliance. At Milwaukee College Prep, they believe in high expectations, strong character, and academic excellence starting as early as age of 3. MCP scholars continue to outperform their peers across Milwaukee. And the best part about it all, Milwaukee College Prep is tuition free. If you're looking for a school that partners with you, challenges your child, and prepares them for college and beyond, Milwaukee College Prep is the place. Visit MilwaukeeCollegePrep.com to learn more. That's MilwaukeeCollegePrep.com.
I'm Angela Bassett. As a first responder on screen, I know what it means to act fast in an emergency. In real life, the same urgency can save lives, especially when it comes to a food allergy. For 33 million Americans, one bite can turn an ordinary meal into a life-threatening reaction. And too often, they don't have the one thing that could save them: epinephrine. But emergencies don't wait. And when a severe reaction happens, being prepared makes all the difference. Now, there's a needle-free option, a new way to carry epinephrine that makes it easier than ever to be ready. No needles, no hesitation. Because when the unexpected happens, the best thing you can do is be ready. Know the risk, know the options. Be ready to act. Learn more at foodallergy.org/ready-to-act.
Hey there, Jane Lynch here. You want to hear something funny? Too bad. You want to hear something uplifting that will inspire you? Good. Because today, I want to talk to you about Direct Relief, a humanitarian organization that does seriously good work when it counts. Fires, hurricanes, earthquakes. When disaster strikes, Direct Relief immediately shows up with medicines, medical supplies, and everything doctors and nurses need to save lives. Let's ship her out! every day across the United States and around the world, they're making an enormous difference. If someone needs help, Direct Relief helps. No politics, no red tape. Hey, what you doing over there?
Oh, I'm packing insulin for kids with diabetes.
See, every box here is literally a lifeline for someone in critical need. So check them out at directrelief.org and donate if you can. You might just bring a smile to someone's face.
This Associated Bank Sports Update on 101.7 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Nazir Spencer. The Bucks got rolled at home by 33. The Timberwolves win 139-106. Bucks were booed before halftime in the game.
Giannis is putting two thumbs down, beckoning to the side. I'm curious what that's about.
Bucks' next game is against Wemby in San Antonio tomorrow night. Marquette is down to 6-12 after getting rolled by St. John's 92-68. UWM is 8-10 on the year. Badger basketball wins 78-75 on a buzzer beater from John Blackwell against Minnesota. Big Ten Network on the call.
The three on the way. It goes! Tyson! Now Blackwell for the win!
Badgers now sit at 12-5 on the year. This Sports Update brought to you by Associated Bank, proudly supporting your hometown teams, member FDIC.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 101.7 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Tory Lowe, Tory Lowe, Tory Lowe, Corey Mo, Tory Lowe, Tory Lowe, Tory Lowe, Corey Mo, Tory Lowe. I gotta say what it don't. Tory Lowe, Tory Lowe.
101.7 The Truth. Tory Lowe Show. We got the pop culture report. We got Spencer Nazir Spencer in the studio. Nazir, there's a lot going on.
So,
what do you got for us today?
Look, when the last time you been to a Bucks game?
A week ago.
What game? You know, a game you was at?
I think that's when. No, the last game I went to. Okay, so this is the game I went to. Okay. I recorded it.
Okay.
He scored the most, 35 points, 10 rebounds,
and 5
when he made that alley-oop from
against
Porter
Hornets.
Jr.
Yeah, against the Hornets. Okay.
So that's the last game.
Okay.
Yeah.
Last night they got dog walked by 33.
What?
139-106. Oof.
What?
Now, you know when you get you know when you get blown out, crowds start booing, but you don't never see the players boo back. And Giannis, I think Giannis kind of took offense to it because, I mean, the team sucks.
Because the fans booed the team.
Nobody booing Giannis, let's be real. Nobody booing. He don't want doing stuff out there. KPJ turning the ball over 4 times a game.
But, Giannis,
Miles Turner not
he's a
rebounds.
team player.
Right.
When he hear boos, he takes it personal because he's the biggest star on the team, yeah.
Now, he went in an interview afterwards saying, he's never been in an environment like that. And,
at least here.
At least here, right. But after one of his and ones, he put both thumbs down. He was like, boo, boo. I don't know if he was booing back. I think he was kind of mocking the crowd. But I think he took personal offense to it.
Well, I'll tell you this. Giannis has now become the subject matter of trades.
Everybody's scared now.
His name is being pushed out there as potentially being unsatisfied with what's happening with the Bucks. So when you get that stuff going on in the media, the fans kind of they take offense to that.
I mean, there was no Rudy Gobert yesterday. I mean, there was pretty injured yesterday compared to their superstars.
Right. So you're saying the scrub team beat the team?
I mean, Dante DiVincenzo, a former Buck, was giving them work.
He had a chip on his shoulder.
Right. Julius Randle was giving them work. Robert Dillingham probably was giving them work.
What I'm saying is, when we lose to teams, like after this year, when we lose to bad teams, that makes us look like an even worse team.
We're considered a bad team right now.
Right. When bad teams beat the Bucks,
right,
we become the worser of the two.
Yeah,
so
exactly,
the fans don't like that.
They don't like it. And as a fan myself, it's hard. It's hard to see a team go from championship level expectations to somebody just getting booed. Just go into a game and you hear everybody in the crowd just booing like they're disappointed. You know what I'm saying?
I think that Giannis knew this year was going to be a wash.
He had to know. I
mean, he knew this year was going to be a wash.
He had to know.
And they're trying to develop players right now,
which is
fine. When is the trade deadline?
February 8th, something like that, before All-Star break. I know.
Right. So what I'm saying is, it's talks with Ja Morant.
They pushing for it.
Well, we lost Trae Young.
He went to Washington.
He went to Washington.
I don't know what that's
they always try to send the good players over to Washington because they think Washington is a graveyard.
They think that they got a young core over there, which they got some nice little young players, but they don't be winning. Trae Young.
They don't have to win in Washington.
Right. Yeah,
not right now. They don't have the expectation.
Make y'all money.
So, but what I'm saying is, when they send a player over to Washington, they already know you're gonna be out the way.
Man, but now Ja Morant, that's interesting.
Now, can he be a Bucks? I mean, do we have enough to make that trade? I see a lot of people make mock trades.
People talking about,
but I seen trade nows in my news feed where Ja Morant could possibly, they was coming up with different scenarios. I even seen one of my Facebook friends say he reacted to one of those mock drafts.
Yeah.
And he was like, did we lose Bobby Portis because he was in the mock draft for Ja Morant? And I was like, man, everybody's doing all this mock trade talk, but I really believe that the Bucks are trying to keep Giannis.
Yeah.
And they started with just signing his brothers.
Well, he said he's never going to request a trade, so he can't go back on it now. If you go back on it, it's going to make him look like real bad, So I don't know. What you think about the booing though? You think that he should take that to heart?
That when you lose, people pay their hard-earned money to come see the Bucks.
Yeah.
And when they think that they're not seeing a good effort, they're gonna boo. That just comes with the game.
Especially
it's nothing personal.
Right.
But like I said, the cheers come with the good efforts and the boos come with the bad efforts.
It was bad.
That's a part of the game.
It was bad.
Giannis gonna have to charge that to the game.
He got to take it to the chin.
Yeah, when you're doing well, they praise you.
Man, I don't know, man. I hope he don't leave. I don't think he gonna leave, but it should be good.
I think that, but that usually is a sign.
Yeah.
That, hey, the party's over. Turn out the lights.
Yeah.
The party's over.
Yeah.
When the fans start booing, look what happened to the Pittsburgh Steelers coach. I mean, Mike Tomlin.
Out of there, yeah.
He stepped down.
Mm-hmm.
He know that, okay, we made it to the playoffs. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But this ain't good enough for this franchise.
Yeah.
And even though I had so many winning seasons, it comes to the point where the winning seasons and no playoff production, the second season is more important than the first part of the NFL.
Right.
The regular season gets you to the second season, and the second season gets you to the Super Bowl.
Mm-hmm.
So when you continually lose in the second season, it doesn't matter what you do in the regular season.
That's when all the fans start booing.
And we have done, as Milwaukee Bucks, we have done well in the regular season for so many years and got into the postseason and didn't do well. So now we don't care if you get a good record. We got spoiled. Now we just want to win.
I haven't heard no fire Doc Rivers chants yet. I'm surprised.
Well,
I ain't gonna lie.
Somebody in the chat right now, Josh in the chat says Bucks need to fire Doc Rivers. Let that man go. This in the chat. So
I haven't heard no chants, of fire Doc Rivers. None of that. Because like you just said, Mike Tomlin was getting booed talking about fire Mike Tomlin chants. I ain't heard nothing about Doc Rivers. I mean, to be fair,
Matt LaFleur getting that though.
He getting that too. Yeah.
You're talking about two historic franchises: the Steelers, the Packers. Like when the season start, they mark the Super Bowl on the top of the list. Like that's the ultimate goal for Green Bay Packer fans, even with the Steelers. Hey, look, we want to go all the way. Like we don't want to be like the Chicago Bears and the Minnesota Vikings.
Yeah, exactly.
I was just messing with.
Here we go.
I was just messing with.
Why am I getting shot?
Here we go.
I was just messing with Andrew. Hey, I'm just saying.
Andrew, you a Viking fan?
Yeah, he a Vikings fan. Yeah.
Ooh, wow.
Yeah. Wow.
I don't know what's going on here, but yeah.
You know how many Vikings fans went to their grave looking for a championship?
Oof. JJ out of there soon.
Man.
Not McCarthy. I'm talking about Jefferson.
That's wild. but what I'm saying is Giannis have proven to us all he can prove.
Mm-hmm.
He's won us a chip in our lifetime.
Right.
The problem is getting back there.
It's going to be hard.
So this ain't even the same team.
He almost got back the second year. They was too hurt. You know what I'm saying? You think Ja Morant be good for the team? Because you know how online and stuff.
I wouldn't mind Ja Morant playing for the Bucks.
You think player-wise he'd be?
I don't know, but I wouldn't mind if he was here.
But the attitude, though, you know what I'm saying?
He may have the right attitude because it seems like, you know what I don't like? I don't like when people lose and they don't show no emotion.
Yeah.
They just lose and they just walk off
But like too much emotion.
When I was coming up, if you lost the game, like you felt bad, like I'm not going, but it helped you not do it again. It's like that passion drove you to the next level.
Yeah,
it was passion. Like it wasn't like a sad thing. It was like, you know what? This ain't finna happen again. I'm finna improve. I'm finna get better. This ain't finna happen no more. Now you just see players just, oh, you know what?
You think that attitude?
I got $1 million in the bank. Like it's like back in the day, those they said Magic Johnson.
Yeah, he
was the first player to get $1 million. So I'm talking about, but back in the day, you had to play.
Yeah.
Now, these young people coming in, they get their little contracts. You know, they get out and start partying and getting some, living some life, messing with these Instagram models. It's like they don't have the passion to win the title.
Yeah.
Like if we win, we win. We got a good team.
Facts.
But you don't see passion in the game no more.
You think? Okay, I got a question for you. Back in the day, if crowds were booing, was it more crazy than what we see today? Like, do you think that the crowds are just way more wild back then?
I think the crowds want victory. I think now it's the gladiator idea. Like we just want to be entertained.
Right.
We got stress in our life. When I come to the game, I'm not finna feel sorry for you. You're a rich basketball player.
Yeah, exactly.
Play basketball. Like people are starting to see like, okay, I paid my ticket. I want to see a competitive game.
Yeah, I'll boo too if I was paying $150 for a ticket. You know what I'm saying?
You didn't milk me for how much?
Yeah.
I got season tickets. I didn't come here for this.
In the snow too?
Yeah. I mean, I actually feel sad for Cleveland Brown fans because
Jets fans.
I mean, if you got just a team that's trash every year, I mean, all I'm saying is the Bucks was not always trash, but now they're hitting you're losing to teams you should beat by a lot.
Yes.
Which means that you got to look in the mirror. I'm trash.
I'm trash.
Individual success is there for Giannis, though. Individually.
He don't care about that.
But I'm talking about, but he, individually, he's the man.
Yeah. I don't know, man. It's going to be tough going to them games, seeing them boys just, you know what I'm saying?
We going to games now just to see if Giannis gets 35 and 10.
That's cool. Can we get the dub?
I'm just saying.
You know what I'm saying?
But that's what, because the rest, it might be a wash for this season. If we don't make some trades.
What's going to happen if we don't make playoffs? We losing a lot of money, I feel like, because we've been in playoffs for years. That's extra money coming into the city.
I believe Giannis don't have nothing to prove to nobody.
No. Not at all.
But as far as winning a championship, again, another championship.
You need that, I ain't gonna lie.
It's some people that, want to see that happen. But you can see the writing on the wall right now. When you lose to bad teams real bad.
Yeah. Boo.
Hey, boo. Hey, look, when we come back, we'll have more discussion. Truth Nation, we got Nazir Spencer in studio for the Pop Culture Report. Stay locked in.
More of the Tory Lowe Show is next on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. Need a way to hype up your day?
This is Lorenzo.
Lorenzo, you just won $5,000!
What would you do with $5,000?
That's free for a couple months.
Yes!
There you go.
Yes.
Y'all just made me happy.
Stay tuned into 1017 The Truth for your chance to be entered into the Gruber Law Office's 5K giveaway. For contest rules, visit 1017thetruth.com.
Can we hold something?
Y'all holler back at y'all.
The MPS City Conference basketball season is starting to heat up, and we are bringing you all the live hoops action right here on 1017 The Truth. This Friday night, we have a City Conference matchup as the Milwaukee School of Languages Hawks travel to take on the Audubon Tech Cardinals. Tip-off is set for 7 p.m. on the award-winning 1017 The Truth app and 1017thetruth.com. City Conference basketball is sponsored by Milwaukee Public Schools, MPS Proud, and presented by Gruber Law Offices.
Host an unforgettable outing and create special memories with your crew at a Milwaukee Bucks game. Groups of 10 or more can score ticket savings, block seating, and take part in special activities on game days. Showcase your team's talents on center court, score a high five from the pros, and more. There are great options for groups of all sizes. Start planning your ultimate Bucks basketball game day experience today at bucks.com/groups. That's bucks.com/groups.
Life's better with Drive My Way from American Family Insurance because we know it's more than just a car. It's your escape pod, your adventure mobile, your memory maker. And we help protect the dreams that drive you. Personalize what you pay for auto insurance and you could save between 10 and 35%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on the way you purchase insurance and by state. Unsafe driving behaviors may increase your rate. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
You served behind the desk.
You served in combat.
You did 4 years and got out.
You were drafted.
You gave 20 years.
You gave exactly what your country needed.
And so did you.
When you raised your hand and swore an oath to your country, when you put your name on a dotted line, you became part of only 1% of Americans who did the same. You are a veteran.
You are a veteran.
You are a veteran. Because no matter when, where, or how you served, you made a sacrifice for your country, and you deserve support.
If you're struggling with life after service, don't wait. Reach out.
Reach out to a loved one, to a fellow veteran, to VA.
Find resources at va.gov/reach.
Brought to you by the United States Department of Veterans Affairs and the Ad Council.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Hard to understand. There's one thing I know for sure. Tory Lowe is the man.
1017 The Truth. Tory Lowe Show.
Sing it to you, Tory.
It's AI.
Okay.
Hey, 1017 The Truth.
Yeah, sing it to Tory Lowe.
Powerful.
Powerful.
Hey.
Hey.
Look, when we talk about... Now you got me laughing. Look at Andrew's face.
I don't remember putting that one in the system.
I don't know what that one is.
What we got to talk about? Oh, you done made me forget what I was thinking.
Man, look. These NFL players out here splurging on houses these days, man. Look.
What, MTV Cribs?
If you want to call them that. We can call them the big cribs for now. Super big cribs, okay? Patrick Mahomes, we're going to start off with this. We got a few players. We got Patrick Mahomes, Matt Stafford, Aaron Rodgers, Russell Wilson, Lamar Jackson, Trevor Lawrence, Deshaun Watson. It's a good one because he kind of scammed the NFL with his money. Josh Allen, Jared Goff, Kirk Cousins, okay? There's a lot of these houses. I want to know which one of you would live in based off of these pictures and stuff, okay?
Where are the pictures at? Do we got them up on the...
You got the pictures, Andrew?
Okay, we got the pictures up. We got the pictures up as we broadcast live. Different pictures of star athletes' homes.
Right. And these are pretty accurate because it's on this real estate, page.
So Patrick Mahomes got a whole football field in his backyard.
He got half a football field, but yeah. It's
half a football field in his backyard.
Dude, just go back there and sling
Well, you got to keep his arm ready.
Right. Okay. And, I mean, this is crazy. Okay, this is Patrick Mahomes' house, yeah. Got a big pool, got how many bedrooms? They don't even know how many bedrooms he got. That's how big his house is.
They never went inside. They just took the picture from the outside.
Right. And Matt Stafford, he's in Bloomfield Hills in Michigan. He got 5 bedrooms, seven bathrooms.
7 bathrooms, 5 bedrooms.
Maybe half bathrooms, maybe something like that. Two half ones, right? Aaron Rodgers, we already knew he got a big crib in California because that's where he's from.
Right.
So he got 6 bedrooms, 4 bathrooms. His house, $28 million is his house. Oh, by the way, my bad. I forgot to go over the prices. I don't even think it says the price for Patrick Mahomes' house. Okay. Matt Stafford, $6 million home in Michigan. Pretty big home in Michigan.
So did they go through and show the video like MTV Cribs, or they just took a picture like, wow?
They must have went in these houses beforehand, before they bought these houses, you know what I mean? Before they was on sale and stuff, and then these guys just got them for this amount of money.
Well, this is why when they in the league, you can live like this.
Yeah, but look at Lamar Jackson's house. $1.2 million house.
That's not bad. That's not bad for an NFL player. Didn't he get the max contract?
Yeah, he got the I think he got the max at the time. He got the max contract. Yes.
Okay, so that's not bad. He's actually saving money.
A lot of money, right?
And
his house is nice.
His house is nice. He's actually saving money. I think that's a good deal right there.
Him and Kirk Cousins got this, and Josh Allen got a smaller house. Not a small house.
Now
but,
this Russell
regular.
Wilson,
man,
$54 million house.
Well, he with Sierra.
But I'm telling you, he better find a career after he leave the game because he's at the end because many times after NFL players get out the league, they go broke 4 or 5 years after they get out the league. And when I see these big $1 million homes, the maintenance is what bothers me.
That's true.
Because the maintenance on these homes is like $100,000 or more, or to keep the land up, to keep the pool, to keep the dust from getting on the house. Like that can be a bill within itself.
Right, and then you got like Andrew just said, you got to tip the maids. You got kids running around the house. You got all this stuff. $54 million house, man.
He may need to switch that up once he leave the league.
This is Santa Fe. You got to be able to switch.
He gonna have to sell that,
right?
Because unless he becomes marketable on the broadcast, unless he starts his own broadcast, or he gets into the Fox network the NFL network where he get to talk sports and stuff like that. I can see him doing that.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, if you don't, like Shaq, become a salesman or a pitchman after you get out the league.
Marshawn Lynch, yeah.
Like, you got to, like Peyton Manning, you got to find a way to be
even Tom Brady.
Marketable after you get out the league, or you may not be able to keep up with that lifestyle.
And then Mike Tomlin, like we was talking about Mike Tomlin earlier, he might be great on TV in a few weeks. We never know. He might be getting signed by Fox.
I can see him be an analyst. I can see him sitting there, talking football. Yeah,
with Stephen A. or something. I mean, Lamar Jackson got the smaller house. Trevor Lawrence, Jacksonville, $4.3 million house. That's decent. He got a big contract as well. Deshaun Watson, he actually has a cheaper house for his contract. Dude making like $200 million.
Guaranteed.
$5.4 million house. That's pretty smart.
Let me tell you something. I think that players are not playing for a Super Bowl no more. I believe they're playing for the max contract.
Got to be.
Like, because they don't have the energy that I used to see, like a Ronnie Lott or like even Deion. Deion Sanders. LT. The people that really wanted to win, you saw the energy. Yeah. And now, after they get these contracts, they never play. They consistently injured.
Yeah.
Like, low management.
These California houses are not fun either. I mean, Jared Goff got a house, $10.5 million in California. Who else in California? I think Russell Wilson was in California. Aaron Rodgers. All these houses are over $20 million and stuff like that. So.
Well, it's expensive to live in California.
I don't know why people would do that. I mean, I don't know why athletes would do it in the first place, spending all their money that they making. That's not guaranteed, by the way.
Well, the Black Lives Matter people got houses in Calabasas.
Well, that's a whole different story. Instead of being players, they was playing people. But
hey, the Black Lives Matter.
Hey, I guess so. Man, that's a whole different story. We got to talk about that.
We ain't talking about it. They got a house over there.
They got multiple houses.
They ain't even athletes.
Man, they more money than some of these athletes.
Hey, a couple houses, they said.
Man, like 3 of them. Two or three.
Man.
Gotta have them. Whole families in them, man.
Hey, you ain't got to be an athlete to get that money. You just got to be a scam artist.
You got to be smart.
Wow, no, you got to be
evil.
You got to be scamming folks. That's how they got it. Hey. A lot of them Black Lives Matters people going to jail, they investigate.
Yeah.
So
like a RICO case or something.
Here we go. But you're right. That's another story for another day.
Yeah, we could get on that in a little bit. But which house you taking, Tory Lowe? Because these houses are nice.
I'm going to take Lamar Jackson.
No, I like Josh Allen's house. It's $1.1 million, not bad. He living under his means. It's a nice little suburban house, Getting married soon to Haley Steinfeld.
You don't need much. You need a nice little crib. If you watch this broadcast live, show Lamar Jackson house. Just a nice little something.
Yeah, he got a nice
for crib. It don't look like it's a lot of maintenance that got to be done now. It look like you may have to cut the grass, pay for grass getting cut, the pool to be clean.
Mm-hmm.
But it's still within the budget of his contract that he could keep the house after his career.
Kirk Cousins got a small little house too. You take a look at that one. That was at the end of it, I believe, but. He get two.
Andrew, get Kirk Cousins' house up. Let me see what they say. If you're watching this with broadcast live, we got the houses up. But like I said, for somebody making that kind of NFL money, you got to be wise.
Yeah, you got to be.
Basketball,
Yeah, they make more money too.
You can get injured any day. It's not like you're going to play for a long time. So I like when people save and try to, work it out in a way where it works out in the long run. Like Chad Ochocinco said that all of his jewelry was fake.
I don't see nothing wrong with that.
Wearing fake jewelry.
I don't see nothing wrong with it. I don't wear fake jewelry.
You got something on right now.
I just got earrings in. This is a regular little.
Okay, I'm just trying to check.
These real earrings.
Don't let me get the diamond tester out.
There
I'm
you
just
go.
trying to.
There you go. Nah. You won't ever catch no fake stuff on me. But I don't see the issue with it. If somebody want to wear some fake jewelry, and Chad Ochocinco said it best. He said something about his watch. I have to go look back at it. It's a fun quote that I like to use on people if they wearing fake jewelry. But he living under his means. Like he don't need to be.
But who you trying to impress though?
That's what I'm saying. You already rich.
You see what happened to Allen Iverson?
Oh man,
I would have never thought Allen Iverson would go broke. But he had that shoe deal on the back end that saved his life.
Them endorsements, man.
Right. So what I'm saying is, it can happen to anybody. That's all I'm saying. You got to be very smart. They say a fool and his money will soon part.
Yep.
That's what they say.
Man, I don't know who out here spending their money like crazy, but if you're not an athlete, you need to start saving your money. Well, you know what I'm saying?
It's hard to save when you're living from check to check, but
that's true.
At the end of the day, a lot of people are blessed to get into the league. Now, if you get your young person together, and you could get NIL, they may be allowing NIL in high school.
They are now. Yeah.
Yeah, so
they are now.
You ain't even got to wait.
Yeah. You got to be good.
Yeah, if you got a 4 or 5 star high school player right now, they could be making hundreds of thousands of dollars in NIL money in high school.
Yep, and all you got to do is be top of your class when it comes to athletics, and then you'll be straight. You make some money in high school, go to college, make triple that.
That's what I'm saying. So it's there.
Yeah. Hey.
I wish I had that when I was in high school.
Me too. I'm just. Recently,
how much would be all made in NIL?
If we knew about NIL and I was in high school and I was at North Division, I probably would have made. I at least got like $10,000. I mean, that's something because somebody would have gave to the kids.
You know what I would have did? I would have partnered with like Quick Trip or something because it's a local area, a local little company, gas station, local places. Yeah. They'll pay you. They'll sign.
Especially
some deals.
if I had social media and I was at North, how I got it now, I could at least got $10,000.
Oh man.
A year.
Life changing.
For a season. Yeah, $10,000.
For a high schooler?
$10,000 wouldn't have been nothing, but it would have been a lot to me.
Mm-hmm. But those houses that
I raised more than that in offering in church as a deacon.
There you go. The NIL, man.
Hey, well, I appreciate you for coming through, Nas.
Yes, sir. Of course, Tory.
Thank you for that pop culture report.
Yes, sir.
Hey, look, when we come back, Truth Nation, we'll open up the lines. Stay locked in.
Come in with straight truth.
If you acted up, if you were out here doing any kind of foolishness or just something that people know would make your family's name look bad, your neighbor from down the street, if they see the son or daughter, be like, what are you doing? They gonna call you out. They gonna let you know that they saw you, and then they gonna tell you, come here. Now you know I'm gonna tell your daddy.
That part.
There are a lot of times when people are new to an area, they don't know where to plug in. And anybody who plugs in the 101.7 The Truth and listen to you and Dame and Truth Nation would know that there is a significant public outcry when violence happens in our community. Don't worry about the outcry if you're not listening to the right people. So I would encourage her to tune in to 101.7 The Truth and listen to you guys, Denise Thomas, Dr. Ken Harris, Tory Lowe, and definitely Sherwin Hughes every day.
Watch all your favorite 101.7 The Truth shows by subscribing to 101.7 The Truth on YouTube.
We asked parents who adopted teens to share their journey.
There are many times I thought, I can't do this. I mean, what parent isn't worried about? What am I not doing right? What am I not doing enough? And then I realized, wait, that's being a parent.
Don't worry about being perfect. I've had around 3 other mother figures in my life, but only one of them has taught me how a mother loves.
The greatest reward for me is he makes me better every day.
I would tell a family considering adopting a teenager that teenager, whoever it is, needs you, and they need what you have to offer.
Taylor's giving me hope. He's our son, and that is what he will always be.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org to learn more. A message brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
Hi, I'm Vanessa Williams, and I want to share with you the role that diabetes has had in my family. I lost my grandmother at the early age of 64 due to complications with diabetes. She was warm, generous, and a constant encouragement for me to follow my heart. Did you know that African Americans experience chronic kidney disease at a rate that's 25% higher than white Americans? And we're almost 4 times more likely to develop kidney failure. Diabetes and high blood pressure are leading causes of kidney disease, which can result in kidney failure, needing dialysis, or a kidney transplant. The good news is that you have the power to check out how well your kidneys are doing and learn ways to prevent them from failing. So go to your doctor and get yourself checked out. Visit linkmylovetv.org to learn more. Get the facts, get checked, and get healthy.
Join the movement. Listen to the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 FM, 1510 AM WGKB Waukesha and W269DL Milwaukee, the locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Justice, Wisconsin, the truth. The most requested advocate in the state. 101.7 FM. The movement continues. Yeah. Milwaukee, stand up. It's Tory Lowe, the truth. From 1 to 4, we about that action, so tap in and let's go. We want that justice. We want all the smoke. From Monday through Friday, trying to bring the city hope. Yeah. Tory Lowe from 1 to 4, Monday through Friday, let's go. We bout that action from the block, and we ready, let's go. Tap in, and it ain't no holding back. We ready.
101.7 The Truth. Tory Lowe. Tory Lowe Show live from American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue. The movement continues. The marathon continues right here on 101.7 The Truth. Hey, look, we gonna open up the lines today. We talking about Corey Stingley, a situation that when it happened back in 2012, was one of my. It was like 5 cases. I was dealing with the illegal strip searching. I was dealing with Derek Williams' family. Salute to the Derek Williams family. I was dealing with James Perry, who died in the county. And then Corey Stingley was around that time too. So it was all of these different situations going on back then, all at once. And I'm hearing that there has been new news with the men involved in the situation with Corey Stingley actually having to have murder charges placed on them. But there's a lot going on with it at the same time. So get that audio up, Andrew, because I want to know the details. I guess the men are being charged with murder, but they don't have to go to jail. It's different. It's like a restorative justice idea that's going on. And I'll let the article that came out recently discuss some of the details of what took place. But before we hear the article, I want to say salute to Craig Stingley, who was right here on the Tory Lowe Show in 2023. He came in the show and he said he was still fighting and he had a couple things that he was still working on. And he wanted everybody to know that it's not over. Like, he came in right here on the Tory Lowe Show. And Andrew, maybe hopefully we can get that old show up from right here on the Tory Lowe Show. But we do have a news report discussing what's going on with these new charges. The residents, these were regular residents now, that Corey Stingley had picked up some items out of the store, like $5 worth of stuff, and he was trying to give it back. These residents choked him out, and shortly thereafter, he lost his life. We protested. We went up to West Allis, and we tried to fight for justice. And then the DA, at the time, DA John Chisholm, did not press charges on these residents. And the fight began, and a long battle began after that with Craig Stingley, the father of Corey Stingley, and the family to get to this point. We got some video and audio on this. If you're watching as we broadcast live, we got video. Let's listen.
What do we want? Justice!
Craig Stingley told anyone who would listen his 16-year-old son, Corey, shouldn't have had to pay for shoplifting with his life.
This is a crime against humanity, against all of us. We all have lost something here.
Surveillance video at AJ's Foods in West Allis in 2012 shows a clerk take the stolen liquor from Corey's backpack as 3 customers tackle the teen to the ground, holding him face down until police arrived. By then, he'd stopped breathing. He died 2 weeks later. But the Milwaukee County District Attorney didn't charge, saying he didn't believe the men would be convicted.
Corey's father was instrumental sort of behind the scenes in trying to push for some level of accountability.
His persistence led a judge to order the Dane County DA to review the case, and after several meetings in a process known as restorative justice, the sides agreed to a resolution. The customers who held Corey down, 67-year-old Robert Beringer of Menominee Falls and 39-year-old Jesse Cole of Waukesha, will plead guilty to felony murder. The third man has since died. The Stingley family agreed the men wouldn't serve jail time. Attorney Anthony Cotton represents Beringer.
He feels terrible about what happened. I mean, I don't ever want to suggest that his anguish is worse than the Stingley family's anguish. They lost someone who they'll never see again, so that's as bad as it can get.
Cotton says the convictions will be vacated after 6 months of community service.
Everybody wanted this to happen. This is an agreement that everybody is on board with, and for good reason. It's been over a decade. Everybody's been living with this, dealing with this. Some people have moved on differently than others. And I think just having finality is important.
Now, so from what I'm seeing, this is a restorative justice situation where they will be only convicted of murder for 6 months. Gotta do some community service. And then after 6 months, it's just nothing. All of that's dropped. That's what I'm hearing. But the fact that this was even escalated to this point was a miracle. Because all doors closed. All avenues closed on the fight for justice. But once again, salute to Craig Stingley for continuing to be consistent and searching for a way to make sure that he can get justice, some type of justice for his son. Some type of justice for his son. Now, do it sound crazy? What's going on? They're murdered. So basically, due to this restorative justice idea, they have all agreed to be labeled murderers for 6 months. And then after that, the title drops and some community service. But I'm telling you, that is a win for somebody that's been fighting for so long to get something to happen when all of the doors close. So I understand it sound like, what is this? But trust me, it took a long fight to even get it to this, because the DA John Chisholm right here in the city of Milwaukee closed the book on this. And I was there when I was sitting there when all this was taking place. So to have something and fighting for so long to get something to happen where they can say, yes, we did murder your son. And we will accept whatever agreement to say, hey, look, we murdered your son. They don't get no jail time. They got to do some kind of community service idea. But to have every avenue shut down to this, sometimes justice looks different to me. Do you want them in jail for murdering Corey Stingley? Yes, you do. Do you want them to go to trial for what they did and go through that process? Hey, but at the end of the day, the men that took Corey Stingley's life, something happened to where they have to accept the fact that they did that and that they have to be labeled a murderer for a certain length of time and when it was nothing, I think that was a huge thing that happened when you had to climb mountains to get to this point. 13 years? Zeta Shea says, they playing in folks' face again. Prayers to the fam. I would be ticked off. I'm sorry. That ain't enough. And I understand what you're saying, Zeta Shea. But from nothing, this happened. I understand what I'm saying. Yeah, we want the right thing to happen, but you know what? The guards were so locked in on letting these people, they even referred to these two men as good Samaritans at the time. Yeah, this is what, I was like, what? Like, I'm telling you, I had to live through it. I was there standing toe-to-toe with the family, trying to get justice, and I'm telling you, when Craig came on the show in 2023, he knew that there was a lane that he can work that would probably equal something. And I'm proud of him for that. I'm proud of him for not giving up on getting something when they told him it was nothing he could do. This is not what we wanted, but this is resilience. This is somebody that stayed consistent, and this is somebody that found a way to make something happen. This is huge, and it may not be what you think it should be, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Hey, look, when we come back, Truth Nation, we'll have more conversation. Stay locked in.
You are listening to The Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. Need a way to hype up your day?
This is Lorenzo.
Lorenzo, you just won $5,000!
What would you do with $5,000?
That's sweet for a couple months.
Yes! Yes,
There you
yes,
go.
yes.
That just made me happy.
Stay tuned into 1017 The Truth for your chance to be entered into the Gruber Law Office's 5K giveaway. For contest rules, visit 1017thetruth.com.
Can we hold something?
Y'all holler back at y'all.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know you love working weekends. If it means working on your dream home, both inside and out. And we're here to help protect those dreams so you can enjoy peace of mind. Save up to 40% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on the way you purchase insurance and by state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Here's a dose of reality. Driving under the influence of prescription painkillers is just as illegal and just as deadly as driving drunk. In fact, there are nearly 2,000 drug-related crashes every year in Wisconsin. Help prevent drug driving, and let's achieve zero preventable deaths on Wisconsin roadways. Driving on pills kills. Sponsored by the Wisconsin Departments of Health Services, Transportation, and Justice.
Day one, diagnosis day. The hardest day. The day you hear,
I'm sorry, this is a type of blood cancer.
But day one is just one day. At the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, we are here to help you move past day one.
On day 45, I discovered an online community who shared great tips for in-treatment care.
I missed a lot of school during treatment, and LLS helped me keep up.
We are here for you. We exist for everyone fighting leukemia, lymphoma, myeloma, and other types of blood cancer.
On day 185, LLS helped me file my insurance claims properly.
Day 5,840 and counting, and I'm still in remission.
To learn more and get help on day 1, day 2, day 983, or any day, please visit LLS.org or call 1-800-955-4572. That's LLS.org, 1-800-955-4572.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
God, I see the bigger picture. How you think I'ma forget who the one who formed the rivers, who the one who formed the ocean? My foundation's solid. How you forget who the one who sent you your prophet, who the one who gave you your king, gave you your heart's desire, the one who gon' protect you, take you out of that fire, who gon' save your family, who gon' save your children? You gon' let the devil win, you gon' let him kill him, you gon' let him take everything that you ever loved.
1017 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. We've been talking about Corey Stingley after 13 years. After 13 long years, Craig Stingley and the family was able to get something. The two men that were involved, there were three men involved. One of them died. The two remaining men will be charged with murder through restorative justice program, and they won't face any time. And after 6 months after community service, I guess this will be dropped from their records as well. I think that the family agreed to this. Tony Cotton, the one that represented Maxwell Anderson, was in on this. And the Slender Man girl that got out, I guess Tony Cotton also represented the guy who beat up Tom Barrett, too. Like, when Tom Barrett got beat up, a long time ago, Tony Cotton was the attorney for him too.
This guy's everywhere.
Yeah, so he'll defend you now. But I think that it's due to some of his experience, Tony Cotton, if he was one of the people that were being accused. This is why it sounds like this at the end, where because if he got the Slender Man girls out, I'm just saying, he may have said, okay, we'll do this. We'll do 6 months. We'll say, hey, we did this murder. And you know what? We'll do some community service. And then after that, it's just going to get dropped off the records. Now, I don't know if they can start a civil lawsuit while, with this being the case. I don't know what they agreed on totally in the meetings to make this happen. But we'll see. But we got Thomas on the line. He wants to comment. If you want to make a comment on the situation going on right now with Corey Stingley being able to get some form of justice, the men involved have to say that they murdered him. They basically, they agreed that, these murder charges are going to get on our records for 6 months, I guess, total. We got Thomas on the line. How you doing, Thomas?
All right.
Corey Stingley situation. The dad had to fight a long time to get whatever he got. I think he broke through. It was almost like when I looked at the situation, it was like a stone wall up. So for this to even happen, it says a lot on his behalf to make something happen out of nothing.
Yes, I agree with that. But this is the thing. No jail time? I don't agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all I got to say.
Right. Well, like I said, I'm going to tell you, Thomas, I look at it like this. I know what happened. I was there. And I was there when the walls shut. When the DA, which like White Widow said in the chat, is an elected official, and he said, okay, I'm not charging these guys. I don't think I have enough to charge or whatever. And they, for 13 years, were able to get out here and not have to face anything. You know what I mean? So it ain't like, it may have not been a lot of room to pull this off. And they had Tony Cotton in there, high-profile defense attorney in there working too. Maybe, this was the only thing that they could squeeze out of that moment. And we don't know what happens on the back end with maybe some civil lawsuits. That's all I'm saying. Well, I don't know what the deal was, but at the same time, when he made something out of nothing with this one. That's all I can say. I know we can say, no, it's murder. They need to go to jail for killing his son. But I'm going to tell you right now, Wisconsin has an issue with the justice system, with black people getting real justice in a lot of these cases. And I had to sit there in these offices and in these courtrooms and watch it happen with my own eyes. That's why I say it's a slight win. I say a slight win because it was no wins. So I'm not going to get out the moment and be like, man, they should have did this, they should have did that, because we don't know what were the circumstances for this to even take place, because it was nothing. To me, this is something out of nothing. I'm not satisfied with the outcome, but I know that the difficulty level to pull something like this off was very high. I don't even think I've ever seen somebody even do this before, this type of way. So salute to Craig for doing something. He should be proud of himself, even though we want more. Don't get it twisted. We want them to face the accountability for their actions. But I'm telling you, the way that they had this set up, it wasn't nothing coming. Zero. The way that when the DA, when I sat there and saw the DA say that he's not gonna make no charges, and it was deflating. And usually that's it. Usually that's it. 833-212-1017. If you want to comment on what took place recently with Corey Stingley, the father, Craig Stingley, was able to maneuver in the darkness and pull something out, pull that rabbit out the hat with this one. This is a fleeing joke to black folks overall. A black life is worth 6 months, no shade to Craig, but that's a slap in the face. No, we've been getting slapped. This ain't the situation that slapped us. I wouldn't go that far to say that this is a slap in the face. We've been getting slapped in the face by the justice system. We wouldn't start right here. We wouldn't start at this situation. You would have to go all the way back to our great-great-grandparents for justice to being, when they say that we was 3/5 a human being, like that it's some heavier things going on. This one was a shot in the dark to me. This is more like a shot in the dark that he was able to come out with this to me. Pamelina in the chat says, how was this not a case of deprived indifference by definition, utter disregard for human life? That particular chokehold is designed to restrict airflow by applying pressure to the carotid arteries. Well, I'll say this. I've sat and watched difficult cases that I felt that was misjudged by jury, by judges. I see it all the time. So when people can get anything in the situations where they were already determined it was zero, you don't want to overlook that, because let me tell you something. When something happened to your relative and you can't get anything out of it, guess who you're going to call? You're going to call Craig Stingley and ask him how he did this. You ain't going to say at the time, this is trash. You're going to be like, what can I do? Let me call Craig Stingley. They shut me down. They shut my family down. So stop looking at it in a way where you feel more could have been done, and look at it in a way where that was all they could do. We know the system is trash when it comes to a lot of our issues. I understand what I'm saying. That's why I don't understand why people out there protesting for people that come to this country and they scam the country. Like, there's a big scam going on in Minnesota with them Somalians. Billions of dollars. And I was telling Andrew earlier, I haven't seen one Somalian post Renee picture. Like, we as Americans, we may feel a certain way, but I haven't seen a Somalian post, you know, if he did, send it to the talk to text line. But she died for people that were involved in a lot of, you know, there's a lot of things going on in Minnesota that you may not understand. But she went out there and put her life out there for whatever reason. But those people, some of those people, they don't look at her like that. They don't care if she got shot by ICE. They happy that they was able to get away, and you know, that they was able to come from a country and get some money in this country by any means necessary, and that's the truth. Corey Stingley is an African-American that lost his life to two Caucasian Americans, and the DA told the father that he wasn't going to press charges, and I was sitting right there. And this ain't the first time it happened. I done saw it in situations many times, people of different cultures, Brown, Joel Acevedo. So I wouldn't go that far to get high blood pressure. I would say now Craig has the experience on how to get people something out of nothing. That's how I look at it. You can go to him now and be like, they didn't do nothing for me and my family. They denied me and my family. What did you do? That's powerful. I bet you don't say, oh, I think he got shortchanged when it's your family. I bet you're going to be like, call Craig Stingley so I can see how he did that. Okay. It took him 13. It might take you 7. Because he had to figure it out. We got some video. He came on the show. When we come back, we're going to listen to what he had to say. He came on the show in 2023. He gave hints about what he was working on. We're going to listen to the audio when we get back. Truth Nation, stay locked in.
Don't touch that dial. The Tory Lowe Show will be right back on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. Truth Nation, it's time once again to celebrate excellence, passion, and the power of community at the 2nd Annual Truth Community Awards, happening Friday, February 20th at Venue 3 inside the 3rd Street Market Hall in downtown Milwaukee. This award show will honor the unsung heroes who show up, give back, and make a positive impact in our community every single day. We are rolling out the red carpet and showing love to those who truly deserve it. Buy your tickets now by visiting 1017thetruthAwards.com. Tickets are just $20, which includes free food and exclusive Truth giveaways. Join the 1017 The Truth team for an unforgettable night of entertainment, inspiration, and community pride at the 2nd Annual Truth Community Awards on Friday, February 20th at Venue 3 in Milwaukee. The Truth Community Awards are sponsored by Gruber Law Offices, Steinhoffels, Milwaukee College Prep, Cousin Subs, Venue 3 at the 3rd Street Market Hall, and the Milwaukee Bucks.
Many of our most important memories are made at school. But for children like Victoria, the classroom can be a place of fear and isolation. She wore a bandage over her cleft every day, too shy to speak, too afraid to smile. Everything changed after one life-transforming surgery made possible by Smile Train. Today, Victoria's smile lights up her classroom, a symbol of confidence, connection, and new beginnings. Due to stigma, children with untreated clefts often miss out on school entirely. But thanks to Smile Train, students like Victoria are stepping into the classroom, raising their hands, and finding their voice. Smile Train partners with local experts to support with free cleft surgeries and other comprehensive care, empowering children to thrive in school and in life. Let's help every child walk into the classroom with confidence. Visit smiletrain.org/learn.
People don't realize that glaucoma is one of the leading causes of blindness.
Because there are often no early symptoms, nearly half of those with glaucoma may not even know they have it until vision loss has occurred.
I was diagnosed with normal tension glaucoma in July of 2020.
And what we found out at that point was I had already lost 40% of my sight. You think it only affects people that are, 75 or older, retired, grandparents, and that's not the reality of it.
I didn't think at all glaucoma was going to affect me because I didn't know of anyone that had glaucoma, no one in my family. When you have glaucoma, you can't get back that sight that you lost. And so early detection and treatment is vitally, vitally important.
Don't miss life's most beautiful moments. Schedule an eye exam today.
National Glaucoma Research, a Bright Focus Foundation program, offers free resources and tips for healthy vision.
Learn how to protect your sight at stopglaucoma.org.
This Associated Bank Sports Update on 101.7 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Nazir Spencer. The Bucks got rolled at home by 33. The Timberwolves win 139-106. Bucks were booed before halftime in the game.
Giannis is putting two thumbs down, beckoning to the side. I'm curious what that's about.
Bucks' next game is against Wemby in San Antonio tomorrow night. Marquette is down to 6-12 after getting rolled by St. John's 92-68. UWM is 8-10 on the year. Badger basketball wins 78-75 on a buzzer beater from John Blackwell against Minnesota. Big Ten Network on the call.
The three on the way. It goes! Tyson! Now Blackwell for the win!
Badgers now sit at 12-5 on the year. This Sports Update brought to you by Associated Bank, proudly supporting your hometown teams, member FDIC.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 101.7 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Drop to 16, ain't talking no COD. I'm talking cold concrete, chalk art, mom's on her knees. Reputation costs a fee, I paid double for the rush. Now my shadow got a shadow, and they both of them is plush.
101.7 The Truth. Tory Lowe Show. We've been talking this hour about Corey Stingley, how his dad fought 13 years to get something to happen. I feel he made something out of nothing. I would rather for them to be behind bars. I would rather for the real. I'd rather for the real accountability to take place. But he was in the studio and he was trying to explain when families go through situations like he been through, and how to fight. If you're listening as we broadcast live, we got a clip of that interview that he had in 2023 right here on the Tory Lowe Show. Let's listen.
First of all, believe that the rights that are talked about in that Constitution, you're entitled to them. Don't let nobody tell you that the right to life, liberty, and pursuit of everything this country has to offer is not your right as a citizen here, because that's what it means. Secondly, don't quit when you've been unjustly, treated by the police, anybody within the system, because that's your right to complain and have them do what's written down in the laws across this country. They apply to everybody. When they say we the people, that includes us. And you have to demand of the elected officials that they represent you at every level. And that means continuing to fight. Dr. King said the arc of the moral universe is long and it bends toward justice. That length of time has no, beginning and end. It's a continual fight. I'm fighting on the backs of my ancestors. I've been relying upon the spirit of Thurgood Marshall, of Medgar Evers, and all Dr. King, all of them that come before, because they've shown me, how this fight needs to be continued. And so I'm saying, together with the energy and the family that we have here in the village in Milwaukee County particularly, but across Wisconsin, as black folks, we have to believe that everything that's written down in that document applies to us, and then demand it, and then keep fighting. And don't be afraid to write a letter to those people who are in those offices and demand that they answer it. And the most important part is to follow up. And lastly, one of the things that's helped me is the image of the Sankofa bird. The Sankofa bird is moving forward and looking back. I draw my strength from my ancestors as I keep going because they did that for me. And had they not done what they did, then none of us would be here, particularly as black folks. And this country wouldn't be what it is if we weren't here, because we've helped develop it and build it and shape it from the very beginning. And we will be here to continue to help it become what it needs to become so it can live up to that promise that was made, that we all, have this opportunity to live in a civil society and to pursue, that life living in pursuit to the fullest extent that the law allows. And don't let nobody tell you that they don't apply to you.
Hey, powerful. And hey, understand this man stayed consistent for 13 years. And I don't believe that this sends a bad message. I see what's going on in the chat. I mean, I would give a little pushback on that because I think that many times it depends on the situation. Every situation is on to itself. We've got many situations where we didn't get justice. Look at Emmett Till. You know what I mean? They even found out where the woman had a police report in the old courthouse, arrest warrant that they didn't even serve her. And she died, shortly after all of the news came out. They didn't even arrest her when they found out all of the stuff that they had hidden to her advantage in an old courthouse. So this is not to say that the system was working right and now it's not working. No, it never worked right. And you always had to be consistent in fighting. And it's not cheap to spend money 13 years to try to get things corrected. Like sometimes they'll put a case on you just to economically starve you or economically cripple you because it costs money to be in courts all day. That's not cheap. Understand what I'm saying? So for him to use his own resources and to continue to fight and file paperwork and make visits and use his gas and his time over 13 years to get something when they close the door on him, to me, that's powerful. To me, that's powerful. And I don't think that he's satisfied with what the outcome was, but I think that he sat in a room and negotiated what we're seeing right now. Because they saying at the end, the family came to the agreement that this is okay. Like, okay, this is what we got right here. This is what's in front of us. This is what we got to do. So, yeah, you can sit back if you haven't grind for 13 years and understood what was happening. Yeah, you can sit back and say, oh, that's BS, Oh, that, I don't know. You can say that, but you ain't spent one day trying to figure out what, living a couple days in this man's shoes, trying to figure it out. I understand what I'm saying. I understand what, from his perspective, and what he was up against to get this outcome. You can't tell me not one father in this world that's fighting for his son don't want what you think should have happened. You can't tell me, you can make the comments and say, oh, this and that. You can't tell me he's thinking like that too. It's BS. I do believe that, okay, I was there. I was boots on the ground. I went out there and many times when nobody would even come out there to West Allis, because the West Allis Police Department was treating black people like trash back then. So I was out there and I wasn't afraid of nothing. And me and Craig Stingley stood on the front lines for many things. I even wanted to recall the DA. I tried to, get a recall going, but people got scared. They didn't want to do the recall. When I tried to push for a recall against DA John Chisholm, it was because of the situation with Corey Stingley, because he wouldn't press charges on the men. So I said, we need to recall the DA, and we had a meeting, and then some folks that, they came in and they had I would say somebody that worked in DA John Chisholm's office that looked like us come in there and try to blow the meeting up. I seen it. I seen all the plays, and I was early in my advocacy when this happened. This is why I don't do meetings no more. Because people will come and they'll plant themselves in the meeting only to blow it up. It's open to the public. Send Send the person over there, cause tension and everything like that. Well, I don't know if we should do this because this and that. Put fear in the meeting. I could have just went out and did it, and whoever wanted to do it could have just joined me instead of sitting at a table where I got to listen to everybody. And some folks be sitting in the meeting, didn't even brush their teeth. Saying, could have rinsed their mouth out with Listerine before they came up to the meeting. But see, this is why I say, this is why I just go do it. And whoever want to do it, they can come along. I don't want to hear your other side. Matter of fact, your other side don't mean nothing to me. I don't care what you're talking about. Either we going to get the result or we going to die trying to get the result. That's the only people I want to run with. So it is what it is. Salute to Craig. Salute to Craig Stingley. Salute to the family. Craig did an amazing job with getting what he could. And that's it. And I support him. I support him. Hey, look, when we come back, I'm going to switch the topic. We're going to get on to something else. I want to change up a little bit. I want to talk about what's going on in Kenosha. Sheriff, the sheriff that's going on with this agreement with ICE. I guess Kenosha County Sheriff changes the course, and I guess they're agreeing to work with ICE. We're going to talk about it when we get back. Truth Nation, stay locked in.
More of the Tory Lowe Show is next on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
This is 1017 The Truth, Kyle Wallace, and the time is now, Milwaukee. Truth to Power is your platform, and on my show, our community always has a voice. There is no topic that is off limits, and I always give you my authentic opinions on how I feel, because keeping it real is the only way I know how to get down. Listen to Truth to Power with me, Kyle Wallace, every day from noon to 1 p.m. on the award-winning 1017 The Truth app, and streaming live on YouTube at 1017 The Truth. Milwaukee Black Talk.
The MPS City Conference basketball season is starting to heat up, and we are bringing you all the live hoops action right here on 1017 The Truth. This Friday night, we have a city conference matchup as the Milwaukee School of Languages Hawks travel to take on the Audubon Tech Cardinals. Tip-off is set for 7 p.m. on the award-winning 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com. City Conference basketball is sponsored by Milwaukee Public Schools, MPS Proud, and presented by Gruber Law Offices.
Wisconsin winters can be tough, and so are higher energy bills. The Community Advocates Milwaukee County Energy Assistance Program is ready to help you. Eligible Milwaukee County residents can receive help with their energy bills and weatherization benefits to keep you warm and help you manage your heating and electric bills. Schedule your personal appointment at keepwarmmke.org or call 414-270-4653. For more details about locations and hours of operation, go to communityadvocates.net. This program is administered by the State of Wisconsin Department of Administration.
Life's better with Drive My Way from American Family Insurance, because we know it's more than just a car. It's your escape pod, your adventure mobile, your memory maker. And we help protect the dreams that drive you. Personalize what you pay for auto insurance, and you could save between 10 and 35%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on the way you purchase insurance and by state. Unsafe driving behaviors may increase your rate. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Real talent is defined by what people can do, not where they learn to do it. So by stopping at the education section of a resume, you might throw away the perfect hire. You might miss someone who has valuable skills to offer to help your business thrive right now and in the future. Because the truth is this: Skills First Hiring helps you see talent others miss, like more than 70 million stars, skilled through alternative routes. When you let their story unfold, you gain a competitive advantage, because hiring managers who start with skills are 60% more likely to find a successful hire. See the real person, complete. See what others miss. Hire skills first. Learn why it's a competitive advantage at tearthepaperceiling.org. Brought to you by Opportunity at Work and the Ad Council.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Tory Lowe Show, this the Tory Lowe Show. You gotta tune in. You gotta tune in. Yeah. Hey, Tory Lowe, you know how you go. Don't play, always up in the flow. Hey, they never know. Hey, they gotta go. You don't know Tory, then you better know. Yeah.
1017 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. I went ahead over to Kenosha, where the Kenosha County Sheriff, I guess they could change the course. I guess they was resisting dealing with ICE. Now they're saying that they're making an agreement with ICE. We got a video on this. If you're watching this, we broadcast live. Let's listen.
The whole point of this is to make sure that we don't release violent offenders back into our community.
Kenosha County Sheriff David Zerner standing firm behind his decision to enter into a controversial program known as 287G with U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, or ICE.
Because I swore an oath to this county, and I have a family here, and if you had a family here, you'd want to know that a known felon, a known criminal, isn't released into the wind when they're wanted by immigration.
The partnership, a change in course. In September 2025, Zerner issued a statement about 287G, saying then they were not participating and that he wanted to, quote, ensure that our participation would ultimately be in the best interest of the taxpayers of Kenosha County.
This is not the contract I saw originally. And the contract that I signed entails indemnification from the federal government and also the training expense, but that's secondary. The indemnification is the big one for me.
Back in September, you had said that you weren't confident that this was in the best interest of taxpayers. Do you feel now that this is in the best interest?
100%.
According to ICE, there are 3 287G models. Kenosha is joining the jail enforcement model, which gives trained law enforcement the authority to execute some functions of an immigration officer, including identifying and processing non-citizens, but only once people are already booked into the county's jail, taking over a function Zerner says ICE agents are already doing. Sheriff Zerner says of the jail's total inmate population of 742 inmates, 24 of them are currently on ICE detainers, along with their pending local criminal charges.
This contract enables us, we have full federal lawful authority to honor the detainers and keep these folks in custody until ICE can pick them up.
In Kenosha, Kendall.
Hey, all right, so this ICE thing, a lot of townships was like, nah, we're not going to deal with that. And then now you're starting to see more organizations find better ways to get involved. I think that many times, instead of opposing an idea that was going to happen, I think sometimes some of these organizations should get involved so they can be there to stop what happened in Minnesota. Like, if, let's say, you don't like what they're doing and ICE is doing something, and when it comes to protesters and things like that, when your organization starts getting involved and you can get in there and kind of mitigate some of these things, I mean, that's only a good thing. I'm not saying this is what Kenosha is trying to do, but what I'm saying is I say that if you got the power to get involved and try to make a positive outcome, you should, because I see right now people are writing wills now before they go out to protest. They don't know if they're coming back or not. The political engine is pushing people like pawns to get out here and spill blood on the concrete just so they can use the headlines to sensationalize their causes. And they not fit to come out and get on the front lines. They not fit to go out there and shed their own blood. They going to continue to keep coming up with nonprofit organizations and skimming off the top. You're going to be out here with high blood pressure fighting and doing their bidding. You know what I mean? I was trying to tell Andrew, I was like, many people have a great cause in their heart. Many people really feel a certain way about certain things and they're passionate about it. But what happens is somebody will see that passion, take you in, bot you out, and then send you off. That's what usually happens. Like I've heard so many people raw tell me, I believe in this truly with all my heart. Then 2 months later, they come talk to me and they bot it out. Like Now they're doing mainstream media talking points. They don't, depending on what side they on. Now they have been given a little position, somebody to put a battery in their back, and now they out here wilding. They out here wilding. Understand what I'm saying? Like, I tell them straight up, I was like, what happened to the original cause? Like, the original cause to fight for human and civil rights is pure. But once it get corrupted with mainstream narratives and you get botted out, and then they give you a little responsibility because they see that energy, you didn't know what to do with the energy, so they came and saw the energy, gave you a little responsibility, and now you running around like the Ultimate Warrior trying to shake on the ring and stuff like that. I'm like, you got to calm down. Like, you being used by the system. And the system know how to use that energy, boy. If like, you can be passionate about something, but they'll take it and direct it the way that they want it to go. So a lot of these protests, it's manufactured now. It's manufactured protests now. I see now paid protesting. A lot of these protesters is getting paid. Some of y'all just didn't get the memo. Some of y'all just joining the crowd, but you don't even know what caused the crowd or who paid for the crowd to be there. Damn. That's all I'm saying. LaRon Taylor says, eventually try to enforce martial law. We've been talking about martial law since when? Like, martial law been the conversation for a long, long time. Yeah, we've been talking about martial law since Rodney King. Like, okay, it's a talking point, but I believe it's something more sinister. I believe that they're trying to condition the culture to take the power out of our hands. I believe we're looking at all this other stuff, and we're being distracted from our natural ability that we can get involved in these things and resolve it and get a result. Anytime you look outside yourself, you lose. That's why they say all power to the people. It was a reason why they said we the people. The people have to control it. And when they siphon our power out of the people, that's when everybody get to run rogue and we lose in the end. That's when I started seeing us lose really big time, when we started looking outside the village, when we started looking outside the community, when we started putting our trust in ideas that wasn't getting a return, and we became docile. That's when I seen that we started taking hits and taking losses. The right to bear arms was a reason for that. It was a reason why they was like, so that when if the government ever go rogue, hey, they can't come and take us over. Now they just got your mind. They didn't have to come in with the pistol. That was back then when everybody was taking over things with the pistol. Now they taking over your mind psychologically with these phones. Now you a bot. Now you running around, beep, 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 just scrolling all day. Just a robot almost. I don't even talk to folks when they start getting botted out. I just stop talking to them. They want you to argue with them too. Like, that's all you doing all day. You ain't got nothing interesting to do. You want to argue? I got too much stuff to do to argue with you. Matter of fact, you wasting my time. Like, I'm not doing that. Like, some folks got time. What they say, I got time today. No, this is who you is. You saying you got time today, but really it's just, this is who you is. You really messy. And you really full of drama. And you really a bot. That's what you really is. That's why you standing in my face with high blood pressure, because you ain't got nothing else better to do. Misery love company. We got time for Eddie. Let's get Eddie on the line. Eddie.
I know that ain't who I think it is.
Good day, Tory.
How you doing, brother
today?
Eddie?
I'm doing pretty good. Tory, I can't stand people who create drama. It just drives me insane when there are people out there who cause conflict and chaos. It just drives me absolutely insane. I just wanted to say that also. Mm-hmm. Sheriff Zerner is friends with my family. Dave Zerner grew up with my youngest brother, and he's an absolutely exceptional law enforcement
You talking about the guy that was involved with Corey Stingley?
No, Dave Zerner is the Kenosha County Sheriff.
Oh, the Kenosha
County
Sheriff.
About that. He's a fantastic guy, and he cares about his community. He's not just a sheriff just for the sake of doing it. He can make more money doing many other things, but he cares about the people of Kenosha. He really does. I've watched this guy grow up since I've been about, I think I met the kid when I was about 16 or 18. He's an absolutely outstanding guy. Okay, number two, Tory, is I want to tell you a story about these protesters. I was driving from Los Angeles to San Francisco, and I stopped at a gas station on the interstate, and there was this guy kind of hitchhiking. So I said, dude, where are you going? He goes, ultimately, I'm going to Spokane, Washington, but how far can you take me? I said, San Francisco or something. I don't know, San Francisco. And so I took him up there, and I fed him and stuff because, you know, you could tell the guy was broke, right? And so I had said to him, what do you do? And he goes, I'm a protester. I'm a paid protester. And I said, oh, yeah, what do you guys actually do? I saw what happened in Seattle. You guys destroyed the downtown. He goes, I was there. I go, what is all the protesting about? You're 28. You should have a job. And he said, you know what? Sometimes they just page us or they text us to be at the local train station, and there'll be an agent meeting us, and they hand us cash and a train ticket to Denver, let's say. We don't even know what he goes, last time I was throwing rocks at a window, and I said to the guy next to me, what are we protesting? He goes, I don't know. So oftentimes these kids just want to create chaos, and they get paid like a couple $100 a day plus a food per diem, and the hotels are taken care of. So this is what they do. And like I said, he said at the last protest, I didn't even know what we were doing there. We were just throwing rocks at windows. So a lot of this stuff isn't about passion, the passion of the cause. A lot of this is just about creating chaos and anarchy to satisfy their own anger at society. Sorry, on that note, I'm going to go. I'm at the gym right now lifting weights. I'm doing arm curls today. Dude, my guns are getting bigger. I got to go.
Oh, wow.
Bye.
Here we go. Play the music anyway. Play Eddie's music on the way out. Look, when we come back, we'll have more conversation, Truth Nation. He said his guns was getting bigger. I guess he joined the Put the Fork Down movement. He said he's gonna do the weigh-in in March.
Excited for it?
Hey, I can't wait to weigh in. Hey, look, when we come back, we'll have more conversation, Truth Nation. Stay locked in right here on Tory Lowe.
He's the voice for the people and the community's connection to change.
Regroup, rethink, and reshape, and get on the front lines. It's only to your benefit. I always tell people, you helping the overall ideal of a better community, it actually helps you out. It helps you out. It helps your family out. It's time. Do not bring that reactionary attitude into the new year. This is the best time to start fresh. This is the plot. They plot this out, and it's been going on for years. This is normal. This is the way it is. This is where we are right now. It's all buddy-buddy. And if you're not a part of the friend situation, you're not getting in. They don't want nobody getting in and seeing where the messy. That's why I'll never get in. Because they know I'm not going to play around about my community. They know I'm not going to sit in no meetings and see y'all shucking and jiving and sniggling and giggling and not say nothing about it. I'm going to tell you to shut up.
The Tory Lowe Show, weekdays from 1 to 4 p.m., live on YouTube and right here on 101.7 The Truth.
When I was diagnosed with Hodgkin lymphoma, I had so many questions. I didn't even know that it was cancer. Now I do. It is cancer. Blood cancer. It's actually one of more than 100 different types, and they're all treated differently. Now, unlike some other forms of cancer, usually there's no tumor. You can't screen for it to prevent it, and the symptoms can look like other things, so it could be hard to diagnose. I had a fever for weeks. I was so tired all the time, I didn't feel like eating or doing anything else for that matter. And I know that this can feel scary. But if you know what to look out for, you'll know what to tell your doctor. And you'll feel more empowered to take the next steps. Like getting in touch with the people who know the ins and outs and can help with everything blood cancer related. Blood Cancer United. They work one-on-one with each person who reaches out to answer questions and offer resources. Blood Cancer United was there for me, and they can be there for you.
Go to bloodcancerunited.org to learn more.
Dear employer,
My name is Phil Martin.
My name is Michael Raskovich.
Ronaldo Bird.
Zach Dizer. I am writing to express my excitement at the opportunity to join your team.
As someone on the spectrum,
I possess a unique set of skills
that sets me apart from other candidates.
My detail-oriented nature allows me to communicate complex ideas,
to break down data,
to have no fear in meeting new people.
I may communicate in ways that are different from what you are used to.
Structure, routine,
and clear expectation.
Help me do my best work.
My autism allows me to have a perspective that needs to be seen and heard.
It allows me to make the world safer and improve systems in ways others can't.
It allows me to bring people's inner worlds to life with my artwork.
My autism
will bring your team important insights.
Thank you for your consideration.
An autistic inclusive workplace is good for business. It's time to make a change. Learn more at autismspeaks.org/win.
Come in with straight truth.
If you acted up, if you were out here doing any kind of foolishness or just something that people know would make your family's name look bad, your neighbor from down the street, if they see the son or daughter, be like, what are you doing? They gonna call you out. They gonna let you know that they saw you, and then they gonna tell you, come here. Now you know I'm gonna tell your daddy.
That part.
There are a lot of times when people are new to an area, they don't know where to plug in. And anybody who plugs in the 101.7 The Truth and listen to you and Dame and Truth Nation would know that there is a significant public outcry when violence happens in our community. Don't worry about the outcry if you're not listening to the right people. So I would encourage her to tune in to 101.7 The Truth and listen to you guys, Denise Thomas, Dr. Ken Harris, Tory Lowe, and definitely Sherwin Hughes every day.
Watch all your favorite 101.7 The Truth shows by subscribing to 101.7 The Truth on YouTube. Listen to the man who tells you exactly how he sees it. The Truth in the Afternoon with Dr. Ken Harris every weekday from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. on 101.7 FM, 1510 AM WGKB Waukesha and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Justice, Wisconsin, the truth. The most requested advocate in the state. 101.7 FM. The movement continues. Yeah. Milwaukee, stand up. Stand up. It's Tory Lowe, the truth. From 1 to 4. We about that action, so tap in and let's go. We want that justice. We want all the smoke. From Monday through Friday, trying to bring the city hope. Yeah. Tory Lowe from 1 to 4, Monday through Friday, let's go. We bout that action from the block, and we ready, let's go. Tap in, and it ain't no holding back. We ready.
101.7 The Truth. Tory Lowe. Tory Lowe Show live from American Family Insurance Studio at the Avenue. The movement continues. The marathon continues right here on 101.7 The Truth. Thank you for joining me for the third hour of the Tory Lowe Show. And Truth Nation, please mark your calendars for Friday, February 20th for the second annual Truth Community Awards hosted by Homer Blow and Bailey Coleman, celebrating individuals making a real difference in our community. Tickets are on sale now. Visit 1017thetruthaward.com to learn more. The community awards are sponsored by Milwaukee College Prep, the Milwaukee Bucks, Gruber Law Office, Steinhoffels, Cousin Subs, and 3rd Street Market Hall. Come celebrate with us Friday, February 20th at the Truth Community Awards hosted by Homer Blow and Bailey Coleman. I guess it starts around 5:30 to 8 p.m. at Venue 3 in the 3rd Street Market Hall. You do not want to miss one of the biggest award shows of 2026. Salute to all my brothers and sisters on the front line. I cannot wait to be outside with my community on February 20th during Black History Month. It's going to be powerful. It's going to be amazing. Hey, look, I'm going to tell you, this is the time of the year where we got to make sure that we show up and show out for everybody that's putting in efforts. If everybody do a little, nobody ain't got to do a lot. Once again, you can go to the Truth Community Awards. You can go to 1017 The Truth Community Awards.com. That's 1017 The Truth Awards.com to learn more. Get your tickets. I want to see y'all out. Hey, look, I think this year we got to do it big. We got to do it extra big. It's going to be a lot going on. I can't wait to have that fun time that I get to have with my community, and it's not something tragic going on. Last year was so amazing. Last year was a great time. We had an amazing time. This year, we taking it to the next level, the second annual Truth Community Awards. Once again, if you want to get tickets, get your tickets. Go to 1017thetruthAwards.com. Well, I have so many different ideas I wanted to do for this third hour, but I guess I'll start with this affirmative action thing. Something's going on with affirmative action in the state of Wisconsin, and I guess they trying to pass a bill. And this is an article how them making changes to affirmative action may affect us right here in the state of Wisconsin. Here we go. Let's listen.
Have the say whether to amend the Wisconsin Constitution to ban what's referred to as affirmative action. It's part of the national debate over DEI, diversity, equity, and inclusion. It would say the state cannot discriminate or offer preferential treatment for employment, contracts, and public education based on someone's race, sex, color, ethnicity, or national origin. Wisconsin Republicans want to add it to the state constitution.
I call this constitutional amendment the Equality Amendment because what it does is it restores merit, fairness, and equality.
It's going to be unfortunate where they would have had an opportunity to get ahead. This is one more knock to knock people down, whereas this was to benefit certain people, to help them in situations where they wouldn't get this opportunity in some instances.
So in order to amend the Wisconsin Constitution, the state legislature needs to pass a resolution in 2 consecutive sessions. They did that back in the 2023-2024 session. They're doing it again in this 2025-2026 session. After it passes both chambers here in the legislature this go around, it'll go to you in November. You're the final say whether to change the Constitution.
Here we go. Now they gonna give it to the people. They gonna put on one of them referendums or whatever. They gonna try to throw it out there. Now you're gonna see when they say Wisconsin is one of the most segregated states in the country. You about to see. And I'll say this: if white people were smart, they wouldn't vote against it, because white women have benefited more from affirmative action than anybody in the United States. Look, they try to make y'all, they try to, look, I'm just going to be honest. The men, they don't want y'all women to get ahead. So white women was able to use affirmative action and DEI. They got more DEI and affirmative action than anybody. All right, when I tell you to close your eyes once again, think of affirmative action. Who do you see? Who do you see? If you don't see a white woman, then you screwed. You don't even know what's going on. It was made to give an advantage to people that came out of slavery. You know, the families that were hit by hardship through racism, discrimination, slavery, X, Y, and Z. But it opened up the gate for, other minorities to kind of creep their way in. And if you start looking at who benefits the most from affirmative action, it's not blacks. Or DEI. It's not blacks. Look it up. Who benefit the most from this, Andrew? Andrew.
It's white women.
Yeah, it's white women. So look, I'm going to tell y'all this. If you start looking at the numbers and you see that the small portion of blacks and other people that have benefited from these programs, you're going to scratch your head and wonder why these people are pushing so hard against the idea of affirmative action and pushing up against the ideal of DEI, even though white women and their children, because if she's getting a better position, the family's getting more money. That's all I'm going to say. So they'll make you look at the minority that's probably getting some breadcrumbs, like even with DEI, they said that blacks only got 4%. 4%. So I don't know nobody mad at 4%. Well, where did the rest of it go? To white women and other, people that are non-black. Like, I'm trying to tell you, like, they'll have you looking at something, but the real sinister ideal is they trying to cut down white women. Like, they got the white women looking at DEI like it's a black thing when really you benefited the most. So they can't say we don't want the white women to get the advantage. So they'll pick a small, minute group of people that to make them the face so they can take you out your space. That's what's happening. You heard it right here on The Truth from Tory Lowe. This is an attack against white people, white women. Anything with affirmative action, anything with DEI, it's proof that white women have benefited. So they trying to make the white women look the other way while they cut them down from the back. That's crazy. That's crazy work. And they trying to use black people. They trying to use black people as a reason to keep you distracted. Look at the numbers. Look at the numbers. The numbers is right there. So I don't feel like it's an attack on black. Now, to the few blacks that are able to take advantage of some of these affirmative action ideas and DEI ideas, I mean, yeah, the few ones that were able to get in the room and get the advantage and get the money or get the position, yeah, okay, they may lose out. But the majority that are winning is non-blacks. That ain't black people. And I'm just saying this. So I believe every time I hear affirmative action, I think they're trying to strike down white women. They don't want their white women to rise up. That's what I think. Because we barely pitching off the affirmative action. If you want to join the conversation, 833-212-1017. We got Al. Al want to call in and talk about the affirmative action. How you doing now?
Well, I'm doing wonderful. Well, the white woman know in her household, when it comes to her husband, it's me first.
Mm-hmm.
And the white Republican husband know, and he will let his white woman know, you sit your white ass down because it's in my house. I do what I want.
That's what it sounds like.
Because the white Republican man can cheat on his white woman, make outside babies. He could be running around town with a black woman, and she will not divorce him because she like that cushion she got. Also, you have to understand with white men, they're mediocre. How can you have the white skin and be a drug addict? How can you have the white privilege and still got a goddamn problem? And you have got everything you want, and you're still whining and complaining like a goddamn drug addict. And you're still mediocre. You're still complaining. It ain't no peace because these white men and these white women really want to walk in the shoes of black people. That's why they complain so much. The only thing that's going to stop them is a line of crack and them being exposed for getting that condom out the crack of their pink ass.
Oh, wow.
Have a great day.
Oh, wow.
Bye-bye.
I guess I guess he wanted to call in and talk about affirmative action. Wow. Well, all I'm saying is that's the truth. And I don't feel emotionally attached to a lot of these programs because I know the numbers is not to the benefit of my community. But it is benefiting other communities. And they the ones that need to fight this. They want us on the front lines for getting crumbs from these programs. But the majority, while they sit back and they, benefit and they in the shadows. Y'all better fight for yourself. Y'all white women, y'all better fight against that affirmative action. Because y'all the ones that benefit the most. DEI, white women that benefited the most. Y'all better fight. Y'all better not let them people take y'all stuff. Hey, look, when we come back, we'll have more Conversation Truth Nation. Stay locked in.
You are listening to The Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Truth Nation, 1017 The Truth is proud to partner with the Marcus Performing Arts Center to celebrate the life and legacy of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. live from Eline Hall. On Monday, January 19th at 4 p.m., join us for the 42nd annual Martin Luther King Jr. birthday celebration as culture, community, and conversation come together at one of Milwaukee's most iconic stages. Be a part of a powerful day honoring Dr. King's vision with the award-winning 1017 The Truth live from the Marcus Performing Arts Center.
This is your Milwaukee Public Schools City Conference Basketball Weekly Update on the award-winning 1017 The Truth.
The City Conference was rocking last Saturday at the Al McGuire Center on the campus of Marquette University as the City Review delivered non-stop hoops action like it always does. On the boys' side, the Milwaukee Juneau Pioneers stayed on fire as they defeated the Carmen Northwest Eagles 90-63, led by their junior sensation, Dooney Johnson. With that win, the Pioneers have won 9 of their last 10 games and look to continue on as they try to win a City Conference title. Now on to the girls' side, where they brought the intensity to the City Review as well as the Golda Meir Owls locked down the Milwaukee Hamilton Wildcats for a 50-37 victory.
This has been your Milwaukee Public Schools City Conference Basketball Weekly Update.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know you love working weekends, if it means working on your dream home, both inside and out. And we're here to help protect those dreams so you can enjoy peace of mind. Save up to 40% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on the way you purchase insurance and by state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Hi, I'm Brittany Miller from Big Frog Custom T-Shirts and more. Custom T-shirts, sweatshirts, jackets, hats, you name it. We can do it. Big Frog Custom T-Shirts and more is family-owned and all about celebrating life's big moments. Maybe it's a milestone birthday, a celebration for your child's first goal, or that work fundraising event. We are everyone's printer. No minimum orders, affordable designs, and help straight from me and our team. We're the one-stop shop for all your custom needs. Start your project today at bigfrog.com/Mequon.
How much does it cost to talk to Gruber Law Offices after a serious accident? It's free. Yes, free, as in it won't cost you anything to speak with us. There's never a fee until we win your case. Gruber Law Offices. One call, that's all.
Prizes, exclusive experiences, even cash money. You want it? We've got it. Find a list of all contests and official rules by visiting truthcontests.com. That's truthcontests.com.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
Tryna do what I want, do what I feel. Tryna do what I want, do what I feel. Sipping the lemonade, hot like a skillet. This is my town, this is my city. I'm tryna give you the scoop, like I'm McFlurry. Been in about, and it's in a hurry. Open the door for the people. I was tryna show them it's equal. How much you charge for your soul? Yeah, it's true, yeah, I know. The world is so cold. Tory Lowe.
1017 The Truth. Tory Lowe Show. This next story is something that we talk about all the time in 2025. Since the show started, I wanted to bring attention to grooming and how it's destroying families, especially with these young people. Grooming online is a real problem. I just seen an article where Wisconsin bill would make grooming a felony. I am so excited to see this. I am so excited that a person now can become a felon in the state of Wisconsin, or possibly become a felon in the state of Wisconsin when it comes to grooming. And I'm telling you, like, you need to be up under the jail, because this is a problem. And this is new times. We're in the technical, digital era, like, technological, where now a child could be sitting in the house, right in the house with the family, online, being groomed, sending pictures to adults, all kinds of stuff. Well, I want y'all to listen up close to everybody that think that you can groom and deal with these young people. It's gonna come a day where they gonna trash your whole life over this. Wisconsin bill would make grooming a felony. If you're watching this, we broadcast live. We got video. Let's listen.
The author of the bill, State Representative Amanda Nedleski, says her motivation for the bill came out of a case of a teacher in Kenosha. In court documents, prosecutors described Christian Enright's behavior as, quote, grooming. That included sending hundreds of Snapchat messages to a student. He pleaded guilty to disorderly conduct, a misdemeanor. This new bill says grooming is a felony, and it describes what it is: a pattern with the intention to condition, seduce, lure, or entice a child for the purpose of engaging in sexual contact or child pornography. That could include comments, suggestions, or conversations of a sexual nature.
This is not about vague feelings or misunderstandings. There needs to be a pattern of predatory behavior with the intent to have sexual contact with the victim.
So from passage in the Assembly, the grooming bill still has to have a hearing and a vote in the state Senate. And I can tell you it's got bipartisan support, and the State Department of Public Instruction is also on board.
Hey. So many people for so many years been getting away with this grooming thing. Like, you know, and the majority of the girls that I have to go look for, many times when I start my journey, I'll be like, all right, let me see the phone. Because the person, if she left out the house late at night on her own, she went with somebody and she was being groomed. I already knew she was being groomed because the groomer, you know, these groomers have a pattern. And so they have the child's mind because anytime they can groom them, they, you know, say they're going to do this for them, they're going to do that for them. They understand them. They have a certain type they go for. Somebody that's having issues in the family. They'll see them online, or a kid will make a statement where they may be a little bit rebellious at some point. Or they'll kind of fish and see, okay, this child, I can get this child because look, they having issues at home, and then they start grooming. You know, I can do this for you. I'll do that for you. I'll take care of you. Things like that. If you do this, you know, let me see this and that from you. Send me some pictures. And like, this is how I've read so many different emails over the years from groomers, from when I had to go and have to find these girls from these groomers and get them back home. You should be a felon. If you want to join the conversation, 833-212-1017. I believe that if you even, I mean, what would make you even think that you could see a young little girl and you're way older and you can, like, you know, engage in a certain kind of way, especially nowadays. Like, times have changed. I know they'll go back to many, many moons ago when young girls, like, soon as they, you know, came on their period, you know, older men would be able to deal with them in certain kind of ways long, you know, years ago. But this is not that time. I didn't grow up in that time. Like, I didn't grow up in that time. When I came up, that was like, okay, you know, how did this girl get with this older male? Like, when I was in North Division, some of the seniors would leave with older men in the car. They would pull up and they would jump in the car and drive off. And I remember me and some of the people around me was like, well, like, that's crazy. You know what I mean? So, but the rules is changing. Felonies is not too far away. We got White Boy Mike on the lines. How you doing, White Boy Mike?
Sir, I'm pretty good.
How you doing today?
This is just one reason why liberals really irritate the hell out of me. 6 Democrats voted against grooming.
What?
Is what they did. Yes, there was just an election up in Madison. This is a state issue. 6 socialist Democrats voted against a bill that would finally make grooming in Wisconsin a felony. So we have here is selective outrage, where who's on the front lines asking for Epstein? I want the list of Epstein too. I want those people taken care of. But you know, that stuff is happening every day all over the world. It's happening in Milwaukee, Tory. I know you're on the front lines of that. So guess what? So we're only pissed because of Trump, because nobody's questioning. I listen to a lot of news. I listen to C-SPAN. The left doesn't ask about Bill Clinton being on that list, avoiding a subpoena.
Yeah, he didn't even show up to the hearing. To the hearing.
Of it.
He didn't even show up.
You know, I'm not going to hear it from the left anymore. Like, they got their priorities so messed up that it's not even funny anymore. And then they pay their protesters. Meanwhile, most of us are out actually earning and working for our keep.
I'm not going. I seen the paid protesters. So I used to be like, I used to have conversations with them. Like, they get busted in all the time. Like, you know, like I said, like, we got to just make sure that we're active enough to understand what's actually going on. And you brought up Epstein. Like I said, anybody messing with a baby, anybody messing with a young person need to be up under the jail. I don't care who it is. It could have been Moses, you know, like, I don't care. Like, it's just not acceptable. But at the same time, I did see bills in California against sex offenders and things like that were shot down by the left. And this is not only in Wisconsin. These are other bills across the country that were shut down where the left didn't vote to have these bills that would seem basic ideas that you would want to have that they didn't vote for. So I understand what you're saying.
And let me, I'm going to probably backtrack a little bit. I want to talk about Renee Good for a little bit. If you watch that video and you actually think that she was just there and not causing issues, then you have no idea what's going on. She's probably a paid protester. The one video that nobody has ever seen yet, unless you guys have seen it, maybe you can help me out, her wife. She's filming the entire time. Why isn't her video being released? What's on it? What is, let's figure out what you guys have been doing for the last, 6 months.
Well, like I said, the whole Renee.
I'm not saying she deserved it. Tory. But look, you're putting yourself in a position with law enforcement. And the law enforcement is always they're gonna go home no matter what. If you make a dumb decision, she got asked to come out of the car and she drove off. 9 times, guess what? 10 times out of 10, cop is probably gonna do something if he's standing in front of it.
Well, I'll say this. Nobody wants to see bloodshed in no form, shape, form, or fashion. Nobody. And I try to give guardrails if you want to go out there and protest. But like I said, as Americans, when we see loss of life, especially when it comes to law enforcement, we get triggered, especially black people, because we see it all the time. But people got to make a choice, and people have to, they're going to have to live with a lot of the choices that they make. And that's why I always try to advise people, no matter what side of the fence you're on, be careful no matter what you participate in, especially if law enforcement is involved. Don't get involved in the gray area. Keep enough distance to be able to protest and get home safe. That's all I'm going to say about that. Hey, look, when we come back, we'll have more conversation. Truth Nation, stay locked in.
Don't touch that dial. The Tory Lowe Show will be right back on 1017 The Truth, The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
I slept in a lot of different rooms, different beds, but none of them really felt like mine. I spent 14 years in foster care, mostly in group homes. And I never had much stuff because I always had to be ready to move. Why get things if you just have to let them go?
There are more than 100,000 children in foster care waiting to be adopted. The Dave Thomas Foundation for Adoption is working to help find them a forever family and a permanent home of their own.
Now I have my own room with walls that tell my story. I love hanging out in here. I play dress up with my sisters and I sing and make videos. But the best part, knowing I'll always have a place to go and a family that loves and supports me.
If you have room in your home or your heart, see how you can help at davethomasfoundation.org.
Many of our most important memories are made at school.
But for children like Victoria, the classroom can be a place of fear and isolation. She wore a bandage over her cleft every day, too shy to speak, too afraid to smile. Everything changed after one life-transforming surgery made possible by Smile Train. Today, Victoria's smile lights up her classroom, a symbol of confidence, connection, and new beginnings. Due to stigma, children with untreated clefts often miss out on school entirely. But thanks to Smile Train, students like Victoria are stepping into the classroom, raising their hands, and finding their voice. Smile Train partners with local experts to support with free cleft surgeries and other comprehensive care, empowering children to thrive in school and in life. Let's help every child walk into the classroom with confidence. Visit smiletrain.org/learn.
I'm Angela Bassett. As a first responder on screen, I know what it means to act fast in an emergency. In real life, the same urgency can save lives, especially when it comes to a food allergy. For 33 million Americans, one bite can turn an ordinary meal into a life-threatening reaction. And too often, they don't have the one thing that could save them: epinephrine. But emergencies don't wait. And when a severe reaction happens, being prepared makes all the difference. Now, there's a needle-free option, a new way to carry epinephrine that makes it easier than ever to be ready. No needles, no hesitation, because when the unexpected happens, the best thing you can do is be ready. Know the risk, know the options. Be ready to act. Learn more at foodallergy.org/ready to act.
This is the Bloomberg Black Business Beat. Grammy award-winning musician Wyclef Jean is not worried about artificial intelligence when it comes to music.
AI is an extended tool. The best way to use it is as a tool, not as a cheat code, but as an extended tool to a lot of things.
Wyclef spoke to me about how he's used it as a tool on some of his upcoming work, using the technology as a way to create demos for his ideas.
I'm in an era where I'd be like, okay, I got a vibe. You know, this sound, you know, this might be a vibe for Gunna. I'm hearing a big orchestra on it. I do the record first. Now I program the orchestra.
Wyclef has been very busy lately. He has a series of 7 albums, each focusing on a different genre of music, releasing this year. I'm Bloomberg's Justin Milliner on the Black Business Beat.
This Associated Bank Sports Update on 101.7 The Truth is powered by ESPN Milwaukee. I'm Nazir Spencer. The Bucks got rolled at home by 33. The Timberwolves win 139-106. Bucks were booed before halftime in the game.
Giannis is putting 2 thumbs down, beckoning to the side. I'm curious what that's about.
Bucks' next game is against Wemby in San Antonio tomorrow night. Marquette is down to 6-12 after getting rolled by St. John's 92-68. UWM is 8-10 on the year. Badger basketball wins 78-75 on a buzzer beater from John Blackwell against Minnesota. Big Ten Network on the call.
The 3 on the way. It goes! Tyson! Now Blackwell for the win!
Badgers now sit at 12-5 on the year. This Sports Update brought to you by Associated Bank, proudly supporting your hometown teams, member FDIC.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 101.7 The Truth, The Truth app, and 101.7thetruth.com.
Happy New Year! Tory Lowe, Tory Lowe, Tory Lowe, Tory Lowe, Tory Lowe. Happy New Year! Happy New Year!
101.7 The Truth. Tory Lowe Show. Joining me on the V-Mix as we broadcast live, the lovely advocate, author Elizabeth Brown. How you doing, Queen?
Hey, salute. Happy hump day.
Happy hump day. Hey, look, finally, Wisconsin bill to make grooming a felony.
About time.
You'd have thought that would have been in the works.
Come on, man.
They saying some
Not in a place that
voted
No.
against it. They said it's some Democrats voted against it. I don't know. I got to go look and see the names of who would vote against something like this. But
You already know.
they saying that they want the Epstein files out there, but they something going on. I hope nobody ain't against this bill.
Come on. If it is, all the names need to be highlighted and posted somewhere. Literally, watch your children. Absolutely. Because anybody who would vote against the protection of children definitely don't need to be nowhere with any type of power.
Also, 2 men charged in Corey Stingley's 2012 death at the convenience store. They came up with a solution through restorative justice. A lot of people feel like, hey, you know, we want people in jail. We want people behind bars. I feel like the dad made something out of nothing, made something happen when it looked like nothing was going to happen. But I want to get your opinion on it.
I think it's again, salute to the father, salute to the family from staying consistent. I'm a true believer that, again, I don't care how many years it's been. Justice definitely need to be served. We already know what John Chisholm, what that looked like in the city of Milwaukee, why they wasn't charged, and how many times he turned a blind eye to people that were supposed to be locked up on his watch. There was a lot of injustices taking place. So I just, again, 2026 is starting off as a great year. Anybody that's guilty of taking a life, an innocent life, deserve to be locked up. I don't care who you are, especially if you wasn't protecting your own life. There is no justification.
I agree. And to tell you the truth, like, we've been having a problem with the justice system to get real justice in America for
absolutely,
way before great grandparents. You know what I
mean?
Come
on. So talk about it.
This is why I say, like, when the doors do close, don't be misled on what took place here.
Absolutely.
We know the system is rigged, not in our favor many times. But
absolutely,
for him to stay so consistent with trying to find a way to get something, we got to honor that, even though we know that is not what should have happened.
Absolutely. Again, like I said, this is a prime example of what being about that action means. And again, as a parent, there's nothing I wouldn't do to fight for justice for my child, staying consistent, even against all odds. At some point, this family, again, like I stated, the power that this family had, because they came out with other families who have been served misjustice in the city of Milwaukee, even fighting at the same time for their own justice for their child. So, I mean, with that being said, the resiliency of this father, of that family, speaks volumes, and I give homage. I honor that. Ain't no time better than the present. It's never too late to right a wrong. Get it right.
Also, there's another situation going on with Wisconsin lawmakers. A vote on affirmative action, to ban affirmative action. They say, what did that mean to you? And like I said, I mean, we got to add up the numbers here. We got to start crunching the numbers. And I think it's an attack against white women. That's just my opinion.
White, I mean, not only white, because I mean, when you truly look at the numbers, and what affirmative action stands for, is people of color. When you see, individuals in these seats and they got the black face, they're not from America. 2, they're not foundational Black Americans who have came over here and was quote unquote slaves. It wasn't my family, because the indigenous is my people, and we was here even before it was considered America. However, you have to really look at what it is they talking about. When me and you was running for office, we seen the plays that was played for everybody but Black Americans. Okay? We're talking about the individuals who've been here, who fought for affirmative action not to be beneficial for us. Okay. We talk about, white women. We talk about women of color. It never, when you look at the numbers of the individuals who were able to get seats, and you ask them or ask them to see their birth certificate of where they was born, it wasn't in America. So again, don't be so quick to believe that because they got melanin, that it represents those of us who have fought, bled, and died for that. We really didn't benefit from it. You probably got 2 or 3, but the majority, like you stated, white women,
LGBTQ.
Absolutely. I mean, humpbacks, whales, anything that's not African American Black.
I mean,
okay,
this is just numbers that you can all go look up. You ain't gotta.
Absolutely.
You can type this in Chat GPT. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
It gonna pull up what the real results is. That's why I say, like, we got to make sure that we put our energy in the right space. They always try to racially infuse us. As soon as they say affirmative action, they looking in my face. I be like, you better look in that white woman's face. don't look at my face.
Absolutely.
You be sitting in a room full of people. They say affirmative action. They look at a black person. I start laughing like, why y'all looking at me?
Exactly. Hey, they always put our face on it.
We got the least of it. Like DEI. I hate it when black people started going out there. Oh, DEI this, DEI that. Then the numbers came out, and you was the least person that got DEI money.
Period. In the colleges and everything, the least.
Yeah, like,
okay.
I don't know why they trying to do this misdirection, but I believe it's an attack on white people, on white women. Like, and they just making the white women believe that, okay, these black people getting all this money. They need to Chat GPT this stuff and see that y'all the ones that it's the attack on the white woman.
The biggest benefit.
That's all I'm saying. And then until we get that narrative straight, I don't want to be looked at when they say DEI because we got 4% of it's a statistic out there. We got 4%, black people got 4% of whatever was given out for DEI.
Come on.
Like
I've
never seen a person on the bottom try to fight for the people at the top.
Ever. You're not going to see it, okay? But the reality is, there's no better time than the present for you to educate yourself and stop being triggered because they misled. We fought and died for it, but it never benefited us. It never benefited us. You got 2 or 3 tokens. However, when you look at the wider, broad look inside of DEI, like you stated, the majority was white women.
Hey,
absolutely.
I hate when they used to bring up all of these talking points, these racial talking points, and then these people will get out there and try to get us stirred up, and then all of a sudden you go start doing some digging. Why you want me to get shot over this? Why you want me to go out there and spill my blood in the street over this? We ain't getting nothing.
Exactly. Look, if you have any social medias, TikTok, IG, any of these, you see the white women going ballistic because they were a part of the DEI hires. Okay. So with that being said, it is what it is until it's not, and then it's none of my business. So it's none of my business at this point because I know what the real is.
Hey, like I said, when I seen that they had something going on with the bill that they trying to strike down, they was mad because the white women was getting in them positions of power. Then they was getting they started getting sexually harassed, and they was cashing out. Like I said, they are intelligent too. They got to fight too, but at the same time, the advantage was in their.
It ain't the same fight.
It was in their court. It was in their court when they was fighting against their own people. You know what I mean?
To
get good salaries, to get good jobs. So let's not just throw black on everything. That's all I'm saying.
You already know we the fall guy every time on everything, whatever that look like. But that's why we have to have the knowledge.
You the minimum wage fall guy.
Absolutely. Hey, but your face, they're gonna show you somebody that got some melanin and mislead you to believe that they are descendants of slave or the indigenous people who have suffered on this land, who have fought, died, you know what I'm saying, and continue to receive nothing. They just want your energy, not getting mine.
Hey, look, when we come back, Elizabeth Brown, I want to get your final thoughts on the show today. Truth Nation.
Let's do it.
Stay locked in.
More of the Tory Lowe Show is next on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
The revolution starts in our mind, right? You know when Gil Scott-Heron said the revolution won't be televised? Like he didn't mean that you won't be able to watch it on TV. He means the revolution starts in your mind. You nincompoop. Y'all been running around saying that for 60 years. The revolution won't be televised and didn't even know what the hell it meant. It starts with us.
Let him cook. Watch all your favorite 1017 The Truth shows by subscribing to 1017 The Truth on YouTube.
Life's better with Drive My Way from American Family Insurance, because we know it's more than just a car. It's your escape pod, your adventure mobile, your memory maker. And we help protect the dreams that drive you. Personalize what you pay for auto insurance and you could save between 10 and 35%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on the way you purchase insurance and by state. Unsafe driving behaviors may increase your rate. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer, providing equal employment, development, and advancement opportunities to all teammates and applicants. To learn more about careers with us, please send an email to talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com. That's talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com.
Metastatic breast cancer, or stage 4 breast cancer, happens when cancer spreads beyond the breast to other parts of the body. About 168,000 women are living with it today, with Black women at a higher risk due to various factors. Research has led to treatments that help manage the disease and improve quality of life. The Everyday Counts study explores how nutrition and exercise coaching can support women with metastatic breast cancer. To learn more about the Everyday Counts study in Milwaukee, call 414-955-8819 or email edc@mcw.edu. If you or someone you know has stage 4 breast cancer, please encourage them to call and enroll in this valuable study. Again, call 414-955-8819 or email edc@mcw.edu.
This is the Tory Lowe Show on 1017 The Truth app, and 1017thetruth.com.
If you ain't know, I get the pesos. Got a lot of brothers, some of them play bros. They don't wanna say it, but they hate Lowe. They all mad 'cause I got the Tory Lowe.
1017 The Truth, Tory Lowe Show. We got advocate author Elizabeth Brown live on the V-Mix. If y'all want to see Elizabeth Brown, y'all can look at her as we broadcast live on the V-Mix. Elizabeth Brown, another powerful conversation today.
Absolutely.
Let me get your final thoughts on the show.
I mean, powerful as always. Again, when you were talking about, what took place in Minnesota, and your process of it is what's crazy is the same thoughts that I have. We have to make sure that all the lines are the exact same across the board. And again, anytime you take a vehicle and you use it as a weapon, what we talk about all the time, if you smack somebody and then they take the extreme after, you can't tell them how to react. In reality, one thing we have to make sure we understand that we have seen it several times where, Black Americans were fleeing the police and were killed. This woman decided again. Exactly. This woman decided to jump in her car, refuse to, get out, or because what do they tell us all the time? Every
To
time it's a
comply.
black person being killed, let it go to court. You should have complied. They need to be able to go home. In this instant, I need everybody who ever said that to stick to that same script, okay? Because when we're talking about it, when we seeing people fleeing, when we're seeing black men in their car just because they have a right to carry a firearm and they die. When we talking about Sonia Massey, who was called for a health check and died in her house. She wasn't a threat, you know. But now white America is just in awe that this has taken place and know that this woman again was in the wrong. The reality should it have been her life? No. However, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. And again, I must repeat that black folks have been killed and everybody has been okay. And the slogan is you should apply, you should have did what the police said. You should have complied. You should have allowed it to go to court. So all I'm gonna say is, King, again, that same sentiment in this moment. Don't get yourself worked up again. What you was telling people all the while we was out protesting. Why would you put yourself in harm's way? We already know that there is a blue line of defense. We already know that there is, police qualified immunity. So why would you put yourself in that position? Again, my condolences to the family, but when you play stupid game, you win stupid prizes. And with that being said, King,
I always say I never practice harm, even in protest. I don't believe that people should go to protest and spill blood or get arrested. I never believed in that. Matter of fact, if I saw a certain demeanor on the protest, I would leave. Because why? You can prove your point, by making your voice heard. You don't have to go and put yourself in a situation to financially castrate yourself, first of all, because you can lose a lot going to court, getting tied up with the financial obligations that come with these fines. Okay, so a lot of poor people, many times when we get out there and we want to fight for our rights, we got to know that okay, it's know the front end, the protest, holding the sign and all of that, but know the back end as well, because you can be fined thousands of dollars that you don't even have, and then have to get an attorney who's going to charge you $3,000 off the rip just to even look at the situation.
As a retainer.
And I don't even know what the federal cost is. You know what I mean? This is just local, So I don't even know.
Or the charge.
Yeah, I don't even know what the federal situation is, but I'm sure, it's probably financially weakening your wallet when you have to get in that situation.
If you survive it. Especially as a black individual, because like I said, there's plenty of instances where we can look back and see where we were complying and dying. We done marched on that, I don't know how many times, right here in the city of Milwaukee, okay, at the hands of the authorities. At the end of the day, you have to understand that there's a time and a place. It's a time for everything, okay? All I'm going to say is stand down. This ain't the time, especially for black Americans. It's time for us to catch our footing.
It's time for us to really put our energy in the neighborhoods and build our neighborhoods. Really, I tell people, you always consistently distracted by looking on the outside and ignoring what's on the inside. And right now, our communities is suffering at an all-time high. And as many people as we can, if you got a cape, put the cape on for your community. Put the cape on for the education in the community. Put your cape on for the economics in the neighborhood. Make sure that when you got elders on the TV suffering and they coming on TV talking about they don't know where they're going to live or they don't know if they're going to have housing, put the cape on for that. This is where you need to put your energy back on the block, back in the areas where our families live. And if you're not putting your energy right there, you losing, because right now we need all hands on deck our community is
All hands
leaking
on
on
deck.
all sides, and didn't nobody try to fly in to try to help our community. Matter of fact, the misuse of funds is at an all-time high. Them folks, the
Come on.
Somalians over there, I ain't saying it was everybody, but billions of dollars of taxpayers' money got taken. Okay, that's all I'm
Hey.
saying. So you over
And
there
if we had
Hold
an
on.
investigation here, if
Exactly.
they would do they damn job here, it's gonna be plenty more millions, because again, the people is stuck with the bag. We the one paying. So like you're saying, at the end of the day, we got bigger fish to fry right here at home. We're talking about the property tax, where we're paying more for the property taxes than we are for the mortgage. And again, when you think about those of us who are blessed enough to own a home, we spend more time at work than we do at home. But again, that's the biggest part of our monies. So with that being said, again, we got other things we need to be doing instead of choosing to lose and getting allow them to try to trigger us to come outside and make it like it's an issue for us. We have plenty issues on the front lines that we can deal with. Not only the mental health of our children, the setup of the regentrification that's taking place right here in the city of Milwaukee, the failing school systems, the elderly. I mean, hell, just our age, Generation X, or what we consider the individuals that are present now, being able to maintain. We have to do the least with. We have to do the most with the least.
They on the news now talking about the grocery stores. We got a food desert going on, and the grocery stores is closing down. I mean, and then you out there, you running to Minnesota. I'm just saying, like,
grow some.
Run down the street, like I said.
Put your power in getting some seeds and start growing your own food. Shout out to Alice Gardens, Alice's Gardens here in Milwaukee. Again, it's time for you to start to think self-sufficiency. Again, if they're closing, it's time for us to start gardening. It's time for us, again, there's a lot of things we can do for ourselves right now instead of running somewhere else, because the house is on fire here.
Hey, get a bucket with the water, because everybody need a bucket to throw on this fire.
Absolutely. Every little helps.
Every little bit counts. All hands on deck. Hey,
absolutely.
Well,
baby hands too, you know.
They can get in the walker and carry something.
Absolutely. A sign or something, you know, some towels. As a family, well, you know what we do, because the babies come out and clean. So salute to the black man, woman, and child. We working, King.
Well, Queen, I appreciate you for all you doing on the front lines. We got a lot of work to do. 2026, and it's already a lot going on.
Hey, some of us going and some of us ain't. At the end of the day, those of us who know what we need to do, let's get it.
My grandma said everybody gonna make it to heaven, I guess.
How we know?
Hey. Well, I that's what she said. I don't know. I got to see if she in heaven. All right. Well, I appreciate you, Elizabeth Brown. I'll talk to you. Soon.
Hey,
right,
salute.
Nation. Salute to everybody in Truth Nation that joined the show today. Hey, another powerful chat. Salute to everybody that's joining the chat. Another amazing chat conversation today. Keep up the fire. Keep up the good work in the chat. Salute to everybody that called in today to join the show. Hey, look, we got a lot we got to uncover in 2026, but we're going to get to the bottom of it. And salute to Craig Stingley for fighting for his son 13 years. He made something out of nothing to me. Salute to the family. Look, keep your head on a swivel. Green don't always mean go. And look both ways before you cross the streets. I love you. Dr. Ken Harris, I'm next.
Coming with straight truth.
If you acted up, if you were out here doing any kind of foolishness or just something that people know would make your family's name look bad, your neighbor from